Tell your worried heart that I'm on my way, with my lungs full of fire, burn the monster away. Flying like a dragon, I cruise through the sky and crush the thunder clouds to show you the light. I am Claw Master, Claw Master, Claw Master. worried heart that I'm on my way, with my lungs full of fire, burn the monster away. Flying like a dragon, I cruise through the sky and crush the thunder clouds to show you the light. I am Come Master, Come Master, Come Master. Stop playing with me. You'll buy yourself a bleeding or you'll get it for free. I knew I belonged to the sky. When you pushed me up the air, I couldn't learn how to fly. So tell your worried heart that I'm on my way, with my lungs full of fire, burn the monster away. Flying like a dragon, I cruise through the sky and crush the thunder clouds to show you the light. I am Come Master, Come Master, Come Master. I am Come Master, Come Master, Come Master. I know that you've been afraid. When I look into your eyes, I see nothing but pain. And hey, you, I am your desire, 'cause I'm the only one that can light your fire. And hey, you, like what you say, I have this crazy feeling you've been waiting for me. And hey, you, don't be afraid, screaming to the sky, I'll be your hero today. So tell your worried heart that I'm on my way, with my lungs full of fire, burn the monster away. Flying like a dragon, I cruise through the sky and crush the thunder clouds to show you the light. I am Come Master, Come Master, Come Master. Oh, hey, you, stop playing with me. You'll buy yourself a bleeding or you'll get it for free. I knew I belonged to the sky. When you pushed me up the air, I couldn't learn how to fly. So tell your worried heart that I'm on my way, with my lungs full of fire, burn the monster away. Flying like a dragon, I cruise through the sky and crush the thunder clouds to show you the light. I am Come Master, Come Master, Come Master. I am Come Master, Come Master, Come Master. I know that you've been afraid. When I look into your eyes, I see nothing but pain. And hey, you, I am your desire, 'cause I'm the only one that can light your fire. And hey, you, like what you say, I have this crazy feeling you've been waiting for me. And hey, you, don't be afraid, screaming to the sky, I'll be your hero today. So tell your worried heart that I'm on my way, with my lungs full of fire, burn the monster away. Flying like a dragon, I cruise through the sky and crush the thunder clouds to show you the light. I am Come Master, Come Master, Come Master. Oh, hey, you, stop playing with me. You'll buy yourself a bleeding or you'll get it for free. I knew I belonged to the sky. When you pushed me up the air, I couldn't learn how to fly. So tell your worried heart that I'm on my way, with my lungs full of fire, burn the monster away. Flying like a dragon, I cruise through the sky and crush the thunder clouds to show you the light. I am Come Master, Come Master, Come Master. I am Come Master, Come Master, Come Master.
There we go. There we go. Perfect. All right. Cool. Give me 1 second, folks. 1 second. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Rock on. Hello, everyone. Uh, so tonight's gonna be a little bit different than well. Okay. I guess you could call it usual, but oh, you are here. Awesome. Cool. 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 Well, hello, everyone. Tonight's gonna be a little bit different than usual when it comes to these streams. Uh, there has been a vast amount of VTuber bans have been happening. Some of it justified, some of it not. So one of the things that caught my eye recently was that what was it? It was like one of the VTubers that I saw was uh, they uh, they were talking on stream. They were basically talking about like renovations and all that jazz. And the outfit that she was wearing wasn't really anything too bad, at all, for that matter. So I ended up talking to some other streamers I know of, um, and trying to get some answers out of this and like find out like what is setting off the people getting hit by VTuber bans, um, for even just talking. And the answer I got from some other people that I've been talking to was that if you have the sexual themes tag on, you will not get hit, from my understanding. So tonight, once I have once I have my friend hop on, um, she and I will talk about loose stuff for about 15 minutes, and we're gonna have to tag on. And after which, I'm gonna have people report this channel to see if I get hit by a warning or if it's a suspension. I'll be kind of sad. I won't lie, but hey, I'm doing this for the community. So if I get hit, then I've been lied to. But um, if I have if the sexual themes on and I come out safe, like then I'll be okay. But this is experimentation. Going to test this out tonight, and then tomorrow night, probably will get warned or suspended. Honestly, I'm just gonna replay the footage that we have tonight, um, tomorrow on this channel, and without the sexual themes on, and see what happens. So that is my experimentation, and if it turns out where even talking, like even talking very sexually, if that is the thing that will get people dinged, if they don't have the right tag, then that's the answer. But also, what I also found out was that the other thing I found out is recently is that the Twitch system, it's not automated. The only thing automated is music that it detects on the bot. The only way or the only reason why Twitch are looking into these live streams and see about sexual themes and that they get hit is because people are reporting um, is reporting directly. So, which if that's the case, then there's people who hate VTubers that are doing that manually. Not for Ninja. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out because this has been a while. It has been a while since I used Ninja. Let me double check. Hang on. Okay, I see you. Okay, so here's how it works. I will basically grab your feed. Actually, can you do me a favor? Can you put your background as a green screen? in just your model, so I can just kind of do it that way. Um, Let me see. It's muted. And here's what I'll do. Um, yeah, do that, and then I'm gonna give you a call. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until you get that set up, and then I will go ahead and do that. It's been a while since I used Video Ninja. It's basically like if in I think what it was, if any case, like if you go down or something to that nature, I still have your link. So if you hop back in, you'll be in the same spot or wherever I put you. I would use the VTube Studio feature where I just can just invite you that way, but I'm poor right now, so I won't be able to do that until like the next paycheck, which is like next week. So, but yeah. So while we're getting the setup, I'm actually gonna record this. You know what? I'm gonna start recording this now, actually, so I can just repeat what I was just saying. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right. So recording now for okay, so recording now for recording purposes of this experimentation, so I can upload this later, in the off chance I do get hit. So, all right. So repeat what I was just saying. Let me just go ahead and do something real quick. Okay. And then do that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so, I was gonna say. So repeat. I was gonna say is that right now, I am doing a experimentation in regards to experimentation to make sure of the Twitch system when it comes to the TOS and some of the VTuber bans have been happening around the internet. One of the things I want to make sure is that if it's just simply just talking, any like lewd of any kind, and people are reporting them manually, and that will be the reason why people are getting hit because of that. Without the sexual themes on. What was suggested to me from other streamers is that putting on sexual themes label on your stream will keep you safe if you indeed going to talk lewd or anything to that nature. And this will help other VTubers hopefully by watching this video. We'll see as far as like what the results are after I do these two streams. Tonight we're going to be just with the sexual themes label on, and we're going to talk for lewd stuff for 15 minutes, and then after which we are going to I'm going to stream again tomorrow night, but just going to replay this video that I'm recording without the sexuals theme, and then I am going to see if I do get hit by that, and have people report on purpose on this Twitch channel. So that is the plan to see if that works. I've already told a couple of news tubers about this experiment. I'm conducting this tonight and tomorrow, and to see what the results are and some more information I can lend a hand. So at the very least, other VTubers who are getting hit, who are clothed correctly, who are following the rules as they are, that if it's the case where if they are talking horny or lewd, and it leads them to a ban or to a suspension, even though they are doing the correct thing, then this would be the answer. So, all right, let me see. Let me see. Okay, so you got it. You got it. All right, cool. Doesn't look on my end, but I'm just gonna copy your thing real quick. Copy solo. Okay, so let's see if I can get this to work. It's been a while since I used Video Ninja, so bear with me. Where's my browse? Browse the video, and I will add you, I will call you and share my screen the video. So right now I'm just gonna give you. Hang on, let's see. 1980 by 1080. Hang on, let me double check on the. What's the ratio again? Let me see. For the 1080, let me see. 1980 by 1080. I believe that's correct. Yes. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Allow. Oh shit! There you are. Sick. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll give you a call here in a second. And then share my screen so that you have a better way to what's the word looking for? Funny. Wait, I don't need color correction. Actually, wait a minute. I can hear you. Wait, can you hear me?
I can't hear you, no.
Okay.
Well, I can hear you on the screen, but I can't hear you with the.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Let me see something. I think. All right. That's fine. Let me go. Gonna make you bigger. Okay. All right. So here's what I'll do. I'll give you a call. And then on Discord. Let me. Oh God, you're huge. I'll adjust you here in a second. I'm just make sure that I have you muted. I do. Nice. All right. Cool. All right. So let me go ahead and just give you a call. Voice call. Okay. All right. Test 1, 2. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's. Oh, let me go ahead and share my screen too. Go. I'll do it on my end. Let's see. Boom. Go live. Okay, there we go. Oh God. Oh man. Okay, give me 1 second here. Oh man. Okay, I think I'm good. Let me double check something. Let me change. Okay, 30 frames. Is that gonna help? Actually, hang on. 720p. Just trying to. Still. Oh, think I'm good. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, all right, cool. I have like 5, 7 things going on at the same time, so my computer's really yelling at me right now. It's just like, oh, what are you doing? Okay. Horny bin. Okay. Nice. Okay. So give me 1 second here. All right. So first off, thanks for coming for this experimentation. Let me 15-minute timer. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a 15-minute timer on my display here so that it's very obvious what I'm trying to do. Okay. Oh. Anyways, how are you, by the way? Ah, I see. Mm-hmm. Mm. Quite fitting. quite fitting. That's hilarious. That's awesome. How is the game, by the way? Yeah.
It's fun with friends, but because of my history of being a solely lewd player, I try not to play it by myself.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. That's fair. That is very fair. That's cool though. That's awesome. I've heard good things about the game. I haven't yet to install it, but also because I've been busy. But I've heard good stuff. I heard good stuff. Oh,
It's bad for me because I'm mostly a Lua player.
mm-hmm.
I've never been really good at shooting, so it's bad for me.
Yeah.
Everybody sucks.
Right. Right. Definitely. Okay. Just FYI, your crunchy audio, by the way.
I like crunchy audio. Maybe if I can.
Okay.
Is that better?
Oh, much better.
Okay, yeah. It's always fun.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do something real quick. Take a screenshot. I'm just making it as obvious as possible, so I won't get hit, so I won't get hit. Let me just do that. Okay, cool, awesome. Sorry, I mean, not to be, West Coast, Best Coast, but it literally is. So, it's convenient for the most part. It's like, you know, waking up early in the morning is not a pain in the ass. Uh, proof for. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. Yeah, you're out there on the other side of the world, essentially. Oh, I know. I'm just making it vague, just for on purpose. Yeah, I am a cheese fan though. I am definitely a cheese fan. So I'm yeah. I'm hoping that we go far this year. I'm hoping, but we'll see. Okay, so we have this down here. All right, cool. And then we're gonna put you back on the timer. Okay, let me just close the door because I'm gonna close the door real quick before we can begin because I got family here. So
Actually, let me run another video.
actually, hang on. Oops. Okay. Okay. Actually, I gotta go. Actually, I gotta go bathroom real quick. So I leave you to my stream for about a few minutes. Okay. Did you hear that? Okay. Good. Never mind. All right. Good. We're fine. We're fine. I had a moment where I was like, oh, did I just leave my mic on accidentally? So okay. Okay. All right. So, God damn it. Well, that was only for your ears only. It wasn't on stream, so that's fine. So yeah, so now yeah, you got to hear what I sound like when I pee. Anyways, oh you, oh you, oh you didn't? Okay, cool. All right.
No, that's what I'm saying. I didn't do nothing. I said chicken strip.
Okay, okay.
See, you get bombed for
That would be funny. That would be funny. That was not the experiment I was trying to do. All right. So, you don't want to reiterate this experiment. So for the next 15 minutes, my friend and I will talk about lewd stuff with these sexual themes on. And as you see at the bottom of the screen, because Twitch staff, you will be looking at this video once it's reported. I do have it on this Twitch channel. So let me. Where is? Oops, that's not what I want. Boop, boop. Oh, okay, actually that's fine. All right. Okay, so starting down from 3, 2, 1 timer. All right. Okay. Okay. I mean, hang on a minute. No, it's not that. It's to realize I had desktop audio off the entire time. I mean, like they could hear the mic, but just not you. So that's that's not bad. That's fine. I'm just gonna turn you up.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay,
Turn me up.
okay. All right. Well, okay, cool. All right. So, yes, go at it. You have shackles unleashed, and you can do whatever lewd words you can say.
All right. Well, I guess I suppose I should say I actually do have an eggplant USB port thing. So I'm like, my computer now actually properly has a penis, I guess.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've also got like a bunch of stickers on the side of my computer. So one of them does say dong. And you can see Numi's under boobs because I have her sticker.
Mm-hmm.
One of her stickers. I have 2 of her stickers, but this one specifically has under boob on it. So
I see. I see.
of course, like a tentacle, cause hentai, I guess. Shoot.
Cool.
Man, honestly, I like I said, didn't mentally prepare for this, so I didn't have any like super topics, and I might not be like super lewd, but like I think more importantly, we should talk about sexual health because sexual health is very important.
It's true.
You know,
It's actually
we should
true.
wear condoms
Yeah.
and shit.
Oh, absolutely. No, that is quite fair. That is quite fair, honestly. You know what's funny? Okay, so
Yeah.
it's no surprise that I am a fan of Melody for obvious reasons, other than she's a cool person. I actually went to the meet and greet at TwitchCon and met her at there. It was much more of a humbling experience because like she was the reason why I got into VTubing. Just basically spill my guts out. Just like, hey, you were the reason why, and then this led to this and this. And it's like, oh, it's cool. And she told me like she was proud of me. And right afterwards, I was like, I should have recorded that for my own purpose. Just to have, I should have like stopped like, hey, can you repeat that to my phone so I can have this on me at any time?
Yeah.
The funny part was on the way out, cause like I was like, can I have a picture? She said, yeah. And then we took a picture, and then it said, on the way on the microphone, it's like, all right, you do you, Mel. And she was like, oh, I will. So it's like, not in that way. Like, I didn't mean it in that way, but at the same time, I should expect very less. Or I should expected it. Yeah.
Yeah, should have expected it from Melody. I've actually, okay, so real talk, I have actually listened to on some of her Fansly streams, and I'm like, oh, well, women don't generally like activate me is a term, I guess, or turn me on or whatever, but I was like, there's something about Melody specifically, and I don't know what it is, but she's very adorable.
She is.
Stuff, so.
It's the thing I kind of notice with YouTubers is like they seem to be like the sweetest people ever. There was a brief moment where I worked with XOX as her editor for a short period. And she was very nice. Like she was for the short time I worked with her, even if it was like a trial stage. Like she was very nice, very helpful. Like she was great. It's just like, and I even like I tried to like at her a few times. Like I'm not trying to be like parasocial, like oh she's a friend of mine. No, but like she's very cool. So it's like oh rad. So yeah, it's the kind of one thing I noticed, which is super cool. And I'm pretty sure like Fifi is probably the same way, from my understanding.
From what I know, from because I've been talking to Evanito a little bit since Offkai actually, because I finally got to meet him at Offkai.
Oh, nice.
And he's like, yeah, no, it's VP's really nice and sweet and everything, and blah 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 blah, and da 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 da. And I'm like, that's pretty cool, because he runs her channel and stuff, and apparently she reviews hentai, which makes sense given it's Fifi.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
and I'm like,
absolutely.
man, you just woke up and chose hard mode, didn't you? He's like, yeah.
That's
like,
awesome.
bro. Yeah. I think it's cool too because I mean I've kind of always wanted to do like a fansly myself, not in a way that you expect. Like I'm not gonna show like myself naked. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It's up to you.
But more along the lines of like, you know, you get your Lover's Lab sex mods on Skyrim and you play like the sexy version of Skyrim.
I see what you're saying.
On Fansly.
Right. You could.
Or play
you
the
could.
hentai games and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Like I've got like a list of hentai games that I want to buy.
Nice.
What the fuck?
Nice.
What are they at? My wish list. Here it is. I'm actually gonna pull this up so I can
I
read
think,
off.
you know, it's funny. I just gave a friend of mine that like a hentai game like not too long ago. She's really into it. Yeah, which is cool. Like hentai games like don't do it for me nowadays. Like it's more or less like my go-tos have been like more recently. It's like the SFM like the music videos, and then like some of the story ones too. Those are the ones that are right now are great. But
Well, I've never played a hentai. Oh, actually, I have played a hentai game technically because there was a Flash one. It's called. Fuck, is it? And of course, you can still play them. You just can't use Flash. Fuck, what was it called? It was like I'm pretty sure the acronym was cock or something like that. But it was like a few. There's no images or anything.
Right.
It's like a choose your own adventure sort of game, and there is gameplay to it. And there's a lot of like reading you have to do. And I remember there's two. They're made by the same people. There's two different versions of this particular choose your own adventure game. One is a fantasy setting, and the other one is like futuristic. So you get to create your character based off of whatever characters they've got there. What is it? I think it's like if I pull up E2, being a furry, I go on e621.net.
Oh, okay.
Which is a furry porn site essentially. And I'm pretty sure I could. No, not tags. I don't want that. I'm pretty sure I could find it if I search this. No.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, there's artwork of like these characters and stuff, but there's like essentially like an alien bunny. You can be a centaur alien thing. You can change your form at any point in time. You can give yourself a dick or vagina or both. And
Nice.
boobs and shit.
Nice.
It's great. I enjoy it just because like I like reading smut.
Oh, okay, interesting. All right, cool.
And I
cool,
like
cool.
the gameplay and the choose your own adventure thing. Like I've died in this game several times before.
Right.
And both of them.
Gotcha.
So.
Hang on. I gotta take
Hang
this call, so I'm gonna pause for a second. So,
Pause.
yep. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Let me mute my microphone.
Well, maybe I could maybe find this thing. I can hear you, by the way. What the fuck was this thing called? It was like Conquer Outer Space hentai game? No. Shit, what was this fucking thing called? Trials in Tainted Space, that's what it was. Yeah. Tits. Of course it's called tits. Of course it's called tits. Okay, I remember now. Trials in Tainted Space. GitHub? Oh, yeah. Okay. I am at least 18 years older. I should have pressed remember me. Ha ha. Then goes. Yeah, and then cock. And then cock was the other one. I knew it was cock. Anyway. So, like, maybe I could. Horsing around with Atlanta. And now it's time for the other gladiator wife to make her introduction in the champion's bed. This one's quite a bit gentler than the last. Atlanta's more. Atlant's? I don't know. More of a demure lady than the Black Knight.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
Oh, well. I knew it was called. Okay, so I figured out the name because it took me a little bit. It's Trials in Tainted Space is the game. And then the other one, I was right. It is COC. It's COC. But I forget what it's the acronym for.
Gotcha.
Corruption of Champions. Okay.
Ah.
Of Champions. Yeah, because that one's the fantasy one, and you are the champion. I remember the intro of this game for COC specifically. It's like, oh, you're the champion. You have to go into the portal in order to save the universe or whatever, and then you get stuck. You can't get out. You can't get back to the village that you came from, and so you're stuck in this fantasy land, and you just kind of like have your camp right next to the portal until you can like figure out a way on the other side, and then you just kind of like explore and whatever, and you find things. And apparently, when I played it the last time, this was a couple years ago, there's a rare event where you encounter an egg, right? It's a dragon egg.
Mm-hmm.
And you take the dragon egg, right? And you try to hatch the dragon egg for some reason, and out pops whatever it is you want it to be. It's your companion, right? It's a companion character. It's a baby dragon person thing, a scaly, if you will.
Okay.
And you can choose for it to be male, female, both, neither. And you raise it, and it grows real fast because furry logic, I guess. And then it becomes your companion for sexual stuff. And I'm like, that's kind of strange, but I guess whatever. It's fantasy.
Right. Yeah. I'm not knocking it.
As long as it's a consenting adult eventually.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh no! Hag maxing. I'm reading this person. The developer is Phenoxo, I guess. And I'm reading like the patch notes, and it's like public COC 2 hag maxing. I'm like, oh god. It's an old lady kitsune.
Hell yeah! Let's go.
It says, if you've been lusting after the G-milfiest of foxes, today's your lucky day. Plus, we've got some more content for a couple of muscle foxes. A bit of extra love for the deer and cows to boot.
Nice.
It is now possible for if you are either very brave or very desperate to try and flirt with the Kitsune's colony's governor, Mari. God help you if you do, because she has been pent up for a very, very long time.
Hell yeah. That's sick.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I guess. I'm not it. That's not my jam, but you know, whoever likes that, they're good. Oh god, this I like the illustrations, because this game doesn't really have illustrations like I mentioned before, but this site does. And there is art of it, of course, and everything else, but like apparently this person's tits have got lips on it. The nipples are lips.
Wait, what?
And yeah. The nipples are lips.
That's funny. That is absolutely funny.
And her tail's a butt plug. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. Awesome.
Big titty snick ladies, I guess, too. Oh.
Cool.
Goodness.
I'm down for some monster ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like monster fuckers.
Hell yeah.
Monster fuckers are the best.
I'm an open opportunist for most things.
Yeah. The Jack Harkness test of whatever it is. I gotta hot part. I gotta save this to my bookmarks bar so that way I don't forget about it later.
Nice, nice. Um.
Uh,
Okay, so. With 3 minutes left, I feel like we've just been like talking about it, not really like, not like overly sexual about it. Let me see. Okay, so how about this? All right. What
reset the timer.
I mean,
Raise the timer. Raise the timer.
Raise-
Oh wait, I don't have the I don't have voice mod on anymore.
no.
Damn. Oh, well.
raise the timer. I can restart it.
I-
I mean,
Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
good. No,
yeah.
I'm just like trying to. I'm not sure how explicit I want to go because we've never talked explicitly to each other before, so this
No.
is kind of awkward for me.
oh, it's fine. Like, it's like I love the fact that when we're talking about it first, it's like prepare yourself. Like,
Yeah.
like you were telling me, like you're gonna be all like prepared to do like the most like raunchiest talk, and then you're here and it's like, oh, chill.
Yeah, I generally when I talk, honestly, when I do talk about sex stuff anyway, I'm basically pretty chill about it. I'm not like overly. I am okay. So like, for sake of being open about it, I am a hypersexual person. That does not necessarily mean I'm horny all the time. That just means I'm not aware of when I should and should not talk about sexual stuff. You know, it's hard
Gotcha.
to find that line, and it causes me problems
Mhm.
because I am hypersexual. It's like, so like for instance, with relationships or whatever, like one of my toxic mentalities at the time, and sometimes I still do struggle with this, is like men only ever want sex, and that's all you have to do in order to keep the relationship happy. Then it's like you learn that later. It's like no, that's not true. That's awful because men are more complicated than that. It turns out.
Yeah,
And I had
I
to learn
mean,
that a long time
yes,
ago.
yes, we are. I mean, human beings are complicated in nature, but like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but it's like, and I know every guy's different, of course. I still run into like super horny, nymphomaniac men, you know, but like genuinely good guys aren't always horny all the time. So it's like, I had to learn that a hard way, which I'm glad I kind of learned that eventually, rather than be in a really bad situation with that, because having that sort of a mentality, you can get into like not very healthy relationships as a result. And some of my earlier relationships were not healthy, and of course I was young too, so it's like meh.
Right. I mean, that's fair. That's a, a good way to look at it. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, being hypersexual kind of sucks, actually.
It's funny. It's funny you mentioned that because, like, to me, because so before getting into VTube, and I was very much into the cosplay scene. And I cosplayed for a very, very long time, and I've gone to many, many, many conventions where I've seen half-naked ladies like half the time, or 70% of the time. So like, hearing other people just kind of go off on sexual stuff as a VTuber, it's just like, oh, this doesn't quite faze me. If anything, just funny to me, honestly. But no, it's it's all good.
I think
it's all chill.
It also depends upon the person too, because like there is that, with my ADHD and everything, there's that parasocialism thing where it's kind of a struggle to not get overly connected to somebody emotionally, especially if you relate to them or their streaming persona, however they come across, because it's like, oh, this person seems really genuine. I kind of like them in that, not in that way, but like I like them.
Right.
I'm interested in following them, and then I continue to learn more, and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of getting invested in it, and it's kind of like you gotta kind of not get too into it,
right?
Because especially some people, it might just be the persona that they put on just for streaming, as opposed to how they are outside of streaming. And for me, neurodivergency, I don't quite understand it because I'm myself no matter what.
Right.
I don't put on any sort of act or nothing, so.
Right, and it differs from person to person, especially in the VTubing scene. It's just like, hey, I'm either playing a character or I'm playing me, but just an extra 10% of me, or I'm myself, which I feel like that's kind of mostly everyone, honestly. Like, I don't see many like VTubers like go into character per se as much,
Yeah.
which is it's each to each their own when it comes to that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
I am kind of leading up into something that's, I don't know if it's out. It's not over the top sexual in a sense, because it's kind of like it's an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there is a difference between being parasocial romantically and being sexual towards somebody, because sometimes, depending on the person,
Mm-hmm.
like you can be sexual with them and they're okay with it, and it's not parasocial to be like, I want to have sex with you,
Mm.
But like some people find it to be parasocial. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, is this
Yeah.
kind of a what we call it, like a pull and tug, or
Yeah.
no, sorry, this word.
Oh.
Is that the right word?
You're pulling and tugging. What?
What is it? I forgot the word, but like it's kind of like filling it out. Just
Yeah.
seeing how one person feels.
People react.
Yeah, and that's just comes with time. The funny thing about that for me is just like, yeah, I think long ago I kind of told you like in the chaps like I simp for 2 purple VTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Those guys.
yeah, which I have a good respect for. But like, what was it? Kind of go back to Melody real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, every once in a while I'll pop into her other chat, or actually I can say it. We're still in the sexual themes.
Right. Well, you gotta reset the timer though.
Oh, right. Hang on. Okay, there we go.
Yippee!
This is for Twitch to see and just kind of pin down about this. Anyways,
Yeah.
but what was it? So yeah, like what was it? So yeah, so with Mel, like I watch her Chatterbait streams every once in a while, and it's interesting because like for me, like it's like watching Mel on Twitch and then watching her on Chatterbait, and it's like, oh, she's doing her thing, good for her. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it hot? Yes.
It is hot. Actually,
is.
I kind of agree with that.
It is. It is. And
I don't. Yeah, go ahead.
it is. And the funny thing is, I think I remember hearing like her say like, what was it? Like, she basically says like she's like more, her conversations on Chatterbait are like actual like sexual like education, and she does it on Twitch more so recently. I remember her like talking about like how she's more horny on Twitch, but less horny on Chatterbait, and just like saying like in Chatterbait in one stream, she was just like, all right, let's talk about boundaries. So which is cool, but like it's just like interesting to see how that happened.
I feel like I can maybe explain that maybe from a woman's perspective, because we can like think about things as we're doing things, so like we're having sex or whatever, we're probably thinking about like what we're doing in the week. I don't have that problem. I don't, my mind doesn't tend to wander when I'm like having sex or anything like that, which is ironic. I'm always like in the moment when I'm having sex.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
but
If you're thinking about something else during it, then that's not a good time.
it kind of detracts a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to her being more horny on Twitch as opposed to Chatterbait, Fansly, whatever, well, she's getting some sort of satisfaction during the fact. So like I feel like when you're pent up and stuff, you obviously are craving sex more, because I know that's how it works for me anyway, and I feel like maybe it might work for most other women, question mark. So like if you're getting some sort of satisfaction, you obviously can have a little bit more focus on like the other topics. It's like, hey, while we're doing this, while you're fucking me, let's talk about boundaries. Like, hey, don't do this, don't do that.
Right.
Don't
right.
stick your finger in my ass, please. Which that actually has happened to me before. And I did not like it.
Damn.
And also, they did not ask me if it was okay,
Yes.
which is even worse.
Consent is very key, especially during the moment. Like,
Consent is sexy.
yeah, like I like definitely it's one of the things I strive for with people I have sex with. It's like I want to make sure they feel comfortable because
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, like as a guy, when we're in the moment, we can only think of one thing at that time, and just we want to have sex. We want to fuck, as Goofy would say.
Yeah.
But you know, it's something that I think I'm definitely making a point. Because at the end of the day, like I want to make sure that we both have a good time. Not you specifically, but you know any other
Yeah,
girl.
no. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. You know, you mean the royal we,
Yeah.
not the me we.
Yeah, absolutely. So like, yeah, so like, you know, making sure that the other person is feeling comfortable, because then if they like it and I like it, then it may lead to more in the future, and other
Right,
shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans. That's how I described it. So like you remember when we went to Offkai, right? So like after Offkai happened, I was doing like the thing with Vivi, because Vivi does like sex education stuff sometimes as well. She's very open about like, hey, you guys need to do your Kegels and stuff, and like we're gonna talk about safe sex and whatever. Like, she's very personable with her stuff. Actually, we're doing a collab tomorrow, so I'm definitely gonna get asked a lot of horny questions for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, but I wanted to specifically talk about one of my experiences at Offkai that, and I'm not gonna name names, of course, because this is a personal thing between two consenting adults. But I did have sex at Offkai.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. But like, and it was kind of funny because it was like it was nice in a way, because it was like, because we were both in our separate rooms, right? And I was like, I'm gonna take this melatonin real quick and like go to sleep or whatever, because it was like 3 a.m. And he texts me, he's like, man, I can't sleep, and I'm like, I'm like, me neither. He's like, oh yeah, you too. I'm like, yeah. No, but yes. He's like, you want to come over to my room? I'm like, sure. And I'm like, and I'm like, I just wanted to see where this was gonna go.
Did it like just
But,
start right away? Was it just like straight to it? Okay, all right.
No, I wasn't like straight to it. No, because I'm awkward as fuck.
I see. Gotcha.
Yeah, because I got in the bed or whatever, and I'm like laying there, and he comes over. How did it fucking happen? Like, I was laying there, and the cooking channel was on or whatever, and he comes over there, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna snuggle or whatever. Okay, I'm like, let me take my sweater off because I get hot easily. Right? And then he's like, well, you don't have to do anything. And I'm like, he's like, if you don't want to, if you're not comfortable. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Because like at this point, I'm like, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do.
I see. Gotcha.
Like,
Gotcha.
And so this is where the consent comes in. It's like, oh, can I kiss you? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Cool.
And like, when I cuddle with men, like my hand goes down immediately, not purposefully, right? And so, like, he's kind of boner already. I'm embarrassed now. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. He's like, no, it's fine. I'm super awkward, man. But, like, eventually it gets to a point where I'm actually am now at this point way too horny to, like, try to sleep. Because he's like, oh, yeah, no, this is just fine, you know, us, like, kissing and, like, just kind of cuddling and whatever. He's like, I'm only gonna do anything if you're okay with it. And I'm like, cool. And I'm like sitting there thinking, and I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. We're already here. Might as well.
Nice. Hell yeah.
So, sex.
Dope.
Yay.
Yeah.
Hurrah for sex.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome, the fact that, you know, you guys were chill with it and everything went down and everything was cool. So, you know, that's awesome. That's great to hear.
Sex was great, by the way.
You don't need to brag shit, man.
I do need to brag.
All right.
That's the only detail I'll talk about, though, of course, because it's like, I could probably get more explicit with it, but it's like, nah, that's a little awkward.
That's fair.
But also, like,
yeah, it's fair.
Huh?
It's how you want to be comfortable talking about it. So I'm, you know, still up to you. let's see. So for me, I'm trying to think. Well, do I have a sex story myself? Well, actually, yeah, I do actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so funny enough, it was after Offkai.
Ah.
I have a friend of mine that lives in the area, and okay, so I didn't stay long for Sunday because I wanted to go fuck my friend. So what was it? No, hang on, let me just ban this bot real quick.
Ban that bot.
Yeah.
Don't click that link.
Yeah, I already had that experience being hacked already, so I'm like, don't want to have it again.
Should get Siri bot.
I should. I actually really should. Give me 1 second. Stream manager. I should have this on, honestly. Pause the feed, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to ban this bot.
Too late. Already clicked it. Well, shit.
Damn. Well.
Enjoy the dick pics in your in your inbox, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry for if you did that. So that's.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. There's 2 of me. I should realize something.
Yeah, I see that.
There it is. Okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna restart it. Fuck it. Because
yeah, why not?
because like it's gonna be past 15 minutes when I explain the story. Okay, so after Offkai, I didn't stay long because I want to go fuck my friend. So like I had already planned this in advance because because I was like talking to her beforehand and just like trying to set it up, and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna book a hotel room that's like right near her place, so I can check in, she can come over, and on the way there, like I was taking the buses and I was like had to walk for part of it. All I can think of, like in my male dominant mind, I was just like sex. So like I was just like power walking to the hotel, checking in, and like had the poker face of just like, I'm just here to chill. As I'm checking in. So she comes over, but also like she didn't realize like she should have Ubered instead of walked over because she thought it was like a much shorter distance. So she's not to mention like the hotel it's on a hill. So like,
oh god.
By the time, cause I got tired and winded going up it, and I'm pretty sure she was too. So like she had to like take a break as soon as she got to the hotel room. So we're, she finally makes it. We're, she needs time to just
recover.
Recover, drink water, just chill for a bit, which we did for a bit, which is awesome.
Recover before doing more stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And after about like a good 10 minutes, like at this point I'm like, she's here. I'm just gonna just undress and just like, hey, it's just us in the hotel room. Like we're gonna do it anyway, so I'm just gonna just undress and just like chill until like she's ready. And she got the message. We just started doing the damn thing. The thing about it, what I'll say though is that when it comes to me and my sexual shenanigans, I have a high libido, and what was it like? I remember it was funny too because I saw a clip of Shiley talking about it, but like, so we ended up like having sex for like 3 hours.
Christ.
Yeah, and like it's partially because the reason being is because I don't know. I think I could last that long. I'm trying to remember the exact reason, but like. Yeah, no, we just were at it for a while. Like at one point at the end, it's just like my arms like got numb. It's like my arms and legs got numb, and then like at that point we were doing the 69 position, and like as the ender, and like the problem was at the very end, like neither of us has nutted yet. Like and got her to almost nut, but the problem was that like my neck like was cramping at the very like tail end of it, because it was a long session, and maybe we should have done it.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have done it from the start, but like
Right.
no, like we end up like doing 69, and like she tells me like she's very close, and I'm like trying to hang in there, but my neck
Right.
is just cramping like hell. So it's like I'm trying.
You know, and that happens honestly. Like it's, I mean, for me personally, it's like it depending upon how everything went. Like it might be fine, you know.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah.
we ended up like,
Fucking hours, Jesus Christ.
hey, you know,
Lube chat. Don't forget your lubes.
absolutely. No, we did lube up.
Yippee.
Yeah. So, but like, yeah.
Just a 40-gallon thing of lube in the corner. Oh.
But what was it? Yeah, no, it was fine. It was fun. And right afterwards, it's like the minute we finished, and I was like, hey, this reminds me of something. So I pulled the clip where Shy Lady's talking about like how, she she rather have like what 3 minutes of sex versus 3 hours type of deal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just like if you're having 3 hours of sex, you're doing something wrong.
Probably. Yes, but no, but yes, but no.
Yeah. So
yes, maybe.
I like that's the first thing I did afterwards, and we both laughed at it.
That's the first thing I did was look up VTuber clips.
Yes. The whole meme of
great.
like after sex is like I went and played games. This is like basically I just pulled up VTuber clips. So
Yeah, and I watched my waifu instead. My Yoshis.
yeah.
Oh, what was it? So like, during the off-kai thing, I actually came close to like getting off too a couple times. But the problem with me is, I can get myself off no problem, right? But when other people do it, I have a performance issue. So I don't.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can't like, I don't know what it is. I can't pee in front of people either.
Oh, you're a shy
So
peer.
I feel like
Okay.
I feel like it might be similar, similar sort of deal. I also don't know what, because for women there are two different types of orgasms, right? You have a clitoral orgasm, which is with the clitoris, of course, and then there's a vaginal orgasm, and then you can have one that's blended. I can have a clitoral and a blended one, but I don't know what a purely vaginal orgasm feels like, actually.
I see.
And I don't know if I probably have had them, but I don't know what they feel like. And I keep asking my
interesting.
my women friends, and I'm like, what does this feel like? And they're all like, well, it feels like you have to pee. And I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Because I can't pee in front of people. I can never actually have a vaginal orgasm.
That makes sense. So you gotta have to. Yeah. Okay. I see. I
Yeah,
see.
So I have to have the external stimulation, unfortunately, which is hard for, because and that's also hard too, because for whatever reason, it takes such a long time when other people are doing it. And
Gotcha.
I feel like vibrators have to be involved at that point. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm getting older too. I'm getting old. That sounds awful. I'm getting older in the sense is like, I think I have nerve damage, honestly. I don't, I think this happened with an ex, my ex-boyfriend of 7 years. I was in a 7-year long relationship, and I think the one time we were having sex or whatever, like, he hurt my clitoris, and I forget what he did, but it hurt for a while, and it hasn't been the same since. And I'm like, I feel like he broke my dick. He broke my dick. My dick doesn't work anymore.
I see.
Well, it works. It's different. It doesn't feel the same, I guess. It's hard to explain.
Gotcha. No,
So I guess
that's fair.
I don't know. I feel like if I could maybe describe it, like, think of like the head of your penis, but one side of it is partially numb.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
it
well,
sucks, man.
well, I hope that one day you will feel that pleasure one day and
Oh no,
experience.
I do feel the pleasure. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
it just takes a while, is all,
Gotcha.
and I'm
Okay.
shy about it, I guess.
Gotcha.
But
Oh, okay.
with that person specifically, I'm like, I just want to come on your face. That's the other thing too. I feel like it's I've only have been with sexually a handful of men who have actually enjoyed going down on women. It's like, why is that so hard to find?
You know, that is fair. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's because like a lot of guys are just, which is funny because maybe they just think it's like gross to them maybe, even though it's just like, wait, you're doing the thing, you know.
Yeah.
Um, it's I think it's probably that maybe an ego thing. Like they don't want to, you know, the term of
An ick
like
thing.
I don't go down on girls. They go down on me, type of feel.
Yeah.
So like yeah,
I
maybe
mean,
because of
like,
that.
yeah, I do, and I like sucking dick. Okay, I do. I enjoy it. I just want somebody to go on down on me sometimes. You know. I'm still
Yes.
gonna suck your dick no matter what.
Right. Yeah. No. Return the favor.
Yeah.
That's
Just
why.
give me.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that's why 69 is one of my favorites. So that way, like, hey, I'm getting pleasure, and also I'm giving it back to you as well at the same time.
Yeah.
So.
I've only done a 69 like twice ever, technically speaking. The first time ever, I was on top. I don't think I would ever be the bottom person for
Okay.
that, because I don't. I prefer to not be choked. I'm like I'll choke on dick, but I have to be in control of that part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, I feel like that's probably the best position, honestly, for both parties.
But I've also been laying on the side, which is interesting. I guess it's a little bit more relaxed.
Hmm.
But honestly, I probably would rather be on top. Honestly, it's more fun that way.
Yeah, it definitely was. That was how it was for me and my friend when we had sex. She was on top of me, and I was on the bottom. So she had free range to do whatever on her end, and me, I could just like, hey, I have one direction, and I'm gonna go in that
It's
direction.
going forward. Here we go.
Yep, definitely.
I think my other recent sex story was when I went to Vexpo. Actually, I also had sex at Vexpo, and like because I was going down on him, right, on this guy, and my ass is like facing him, and he's like fingering me or whatever, and I'm like I'm thinking about this now because I know this guy in particular, because I knew both of these dudes, by the way, so I think it's a lot better having had one night stands before. Honestly, I think having sex with people you know is 10,000 times better than one night stands.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever.
It's great.
Those are god awful. When I did that, I went through a phase. Anyway, but like I knew the guy. He really likes pussy, right? And I regret not being like, hey, you should you know, like, do it instead of like fingering me or whatever. I was like, but I was too horny. Honestly, I was too horny because it was like the second day, and we had been talking a little bit before the trip, and he was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this and the other thing, and none of that ever happened. Like, he wanted to like, he was like, oh yeah, I want you to like let me taste you or whatever, and you have to like give me a steady supply, and I'm like, oh.
Okay. I mean, I'm not judging, but like, okay.
No, that's fine. I don't think you are. And then it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna record videos. We're gonna try and sneak out every now and then. But I think ended up both being like too busy and tired to like actually do that. So
okay, yeah.
And me being awkward as fuck, I didn't initiate any of it. There were several points where I'm like reflecting on things. I was like, man, when I went to change my, because I wore a maid dress, I'm like, man, when I went to go and change my maid dress, I should have been like, hey, you should help me with this.
You got it. Yeah. I mean, I think it's one of the things that I mean, thank you for being more forward with that with other guys. because like
Yeah.
when it comes to like sending signals to us, like we're pretty dumb.
Yeah.
So
No,
like you just gotta say it's like outwardly say it, just like in a very
No.
obvious way.
Right. So like the three instances where I actually did. I mean, because he initiated this conversation altogether himself with the whole like, let's take videos and like we're gonna challenge ourselves. We're gonna like sneak out. That was him. Okay, I was just like, yeah, that sounds hot. But when I actually got there, so like one of the first days, I was like, hey, you want to fuck later? He's like, sure. I'm like, perfect. Like that's directly to the point. The second instance, apparently he thought I was too drunk at the time.
Oh.
But in fact, because I flew 14 hours to the fucking UK and I literally only had 2 alcoholic beverages. So the combination of alcohol and being extremely tired, and this is where the consent part comes in. And I'm like, that is fair because once I thought about it a little bit, I'm like, he's just making sure I'm okay. It's not him like rejecting me. It's just him being like, hey, I think you're fucked up.
I see.
Because we literally passed each other outside of the fucking public restroom. I was like, hey. He's like, no, the bathroom's over there. I'm like, yeah. And then he walks away. I'm like, you fucking get back here.
Come back here. I need cock. God damn it.
Yes. But that didn't happen. And of course, the third time, obviously, I just said, hey, I can't. Because literally, I was laying there. I was talking with the people I was sharing Airbnb with. And they knew a little bit about stuff, and I was like, yeah, it's like 1:30 in the morning BST, right? And I'm like, and I text him because he was out at karaoke. He got invited to karaoke with Domo and a bunch of people, I think. I don't remember exactly. And I was like, hey, I can't actually sleep. He's like, oh well, I'm about to like head back to my hotel. And I'm like, all right, bet. Can I like come over? And that's where we actually got to fucking do shit. Like finally.
Cool.
It only took like 2 days.
Yeah, you got there. You got the job done. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I understand. I mean, like at the end of the day, we're all like just nerds, and like
Yeah, we're all nerds and we're all horny.
yeah, we're all horny nerds, absolutely. But like we're also like still partly like I won't say introverted, but we are in some ways.
Yeah, I mean, I started off being introverted, but I actually learned pretty recently. I've become a lot more extroverted. So I now consider myself an ambivert. So I'm both.
Cool.
Because I still enjoy my solo time, of course. Like I enjoy recharging on my own, but because of Offkai and Vexpo, I've become a lot more extroverted. And like, what was it? Yesterday was Thursday, right?
Yes.
The last several days, okay. So I've been playing Deadlock with friends, like I said. I've been playing with Cody and all that. We've been playing fucking Deadlock for almost a month now. Just all of us hanging out in VC. And yesterday, nobody was online. None of them were online, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like I feel like yapping and hanging out.
Right.
And I'm like, I've never felt that way before. That was very strange, a very unique experience for me. And I'm like, huh, all right. So way more extroverted than I used to be, and I actually play games with people now because I mean, when I started YouTubing and stuff, I didn't want to play games with anybody.
Yeah.
Fuck people.
That's fair. No, that's fair. Honestly,
Honestly,
I mean,
still fuck
yeah.
people.
I mean,
actually,
yes,
but,
that's still yes, but no, I totally get that. Like for me, when it comes to like at conventions, I can be the most extroverted person like out there. Like just because like you're surrounded by like-minded people. You got friends who are there. Everyone's having a good time.
You're enjoying the energy.
Yeah. So like you're at conventions, like I'm the most extroverted person for the most part.
Yeah.
But like other times like I'm very introverted. There was a funny story. So at Anime Expo 2 years ago, I want to say, might have been last year actually, but I was trying to get to a party and I couldn't get anywhere, and then I found out there was a rooftop party happening at Anime Expo. I won't say where in the case that they are watching this by any chance. But like, yeah, there was a rooftop party, and I found out, so I went by, and people were having fun. There was a lot of drinking. I just got done helping out with a panel, so I'm like behind. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just douse myself in alcohol right now, which I did.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like so I start talking to people, and I'm like went from introverted to extroverted, and I was talking to this guy who happens to be from IGN. That happened to be there, so we were both talking. We were just both hanging out the entire time. I kept saying the entire night, I'm just here to vibe, the entire night. And we're going around, we're talking to people, we're talking to girls, guys, whatever. And like he, I think at some point, like in like the conversation between me and him, and I told him at one point, it's like, so I'm introverted. He looks at me weird. It's like, you're introverted? Like, this is introverted? So it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
when you got enough alcohol and booze in me, I become the most extroverted person ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just kind of how it is for me. But like, yeah, like it's everyone's kind of different in that way. But like, it's interesting.
For me, it came about because of my customer service experience, actually, because you kind of are forced to interact with people.
It's fair, yeah.
In that manner. So, and apparently, even though I consider myself shy, awkward, which I am, and I've had people confirm this too as well.
I mean, you could have fooled me when we first met.
See,
so.
exactly. See, there it is. Because many people tell me that I seem super outgoing, and I am positive. No matter what company I keep, I do keep a positive outlook no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I do have my depressive moments, of course, but generally I try to keep that more to myself than anything. But yeah, no, almost everybody says I'm so outgoing and like you don't seem like you're shy and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, and I learned this more recently. It's probably my now past grandfather, because he was a very charismatic man.
I see.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, so it's like apparently I'm just naturally seemingly outgoing, even though I just prefer to like honestly fuck everybody.
I mean,
fuck everybody, but like I only fuck people I find attractive. Okay.
Yes, no, absolutely.
That's the downside. That's kind of like a downside. I kind of get envious of like demisexuals and stuff like that, because it's like I kind of wish sometimes like I could give like really decent people a chance if I could get past the fact that like I don't find them physically attractive,
Right. No, that's fair. I mean, it's everyone's different, obviously, and like we'll have our own attractions when it comes to different people and different shapes and sizes. And you can't force someone to like you attractively physically if they're not into you. Yeah. So it is what it is. So it's.
No, that's fair, because it's like I didn't like some of the things that I'm finding out about myself. First and foremost, obviously, I feel like most people are attracted more towards people who are similar to them, and I am speaking specifically about race, but
okay.
But like, and it's hard for me specifically because of the way that I was raised. My stepfather is a homophobic, racist asshole.
Oh, okay. I see.
And also, most of the community where we grew up when I was younger didn't have a whole lot of like diversity,
Right. Right.
As I've gotten older, of course, I'm trying to be not like that, because it's kind of hard. Because like I always kept an open mind, but
yeah.
when you have parents that are like, you can't ever be with a black man or whoever or a Mexican or whatever, it's like that. You think about that, and that's unfortunate, because it's like you kind of end up restricting yourself to so many amazing people.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, there's there's more than one color of cock out there, so like
And I have slept with people who are not white before, so yeah, it's you gotta explore your options.
Absolutely.
That's a weird way of putting it, but
you gotta have a taste of the rainbow. It's like Skittles.
Yeah, because I've long time ago I've had sex with a black man.
Mm.
And it was kind of funny because me and some friends were talking about that pretty recently, and they're like, "Oh, once you go black, you never go back." I'm like, "No, I did, actually, but I did because, like, I mean, maybe it might have just been that person, but it was like, it was like whatever, it's just sex, right?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Filipino, actually.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Which personally I was surprised about. Honestly, I was like, "Oh,
Hmm.
this person's actually really attractive.
Yeah.
Let's have sex with him."
It's like,
consent.
yeah, yeah. I mean, absolutely. Consent first, and then I was like, all right, cool. All things are green. Let's go.
All things are green.
Mhm.
They're green now. Everybody's green.
Yeah. No, I definitely get it, and um, you know, it's the opposite for me when growing up. Like, just, I also think it helped that, not only like family wise, like they're very, very left leaning, very like open minded,
Yeah.
to a lot of things, but also like being on the internet and just like kind of finding people that are very similar minded with you, and
Well, and surprisingly, my dad is like me because he doesn't really care about race so much. It was just more because my family's divorced family, of course, and that wasn't obvious already when I say
okay.
stepdad.
Gotcha.
But I live mostly with my mom and my stepdad, so that's
Mm.
why it was kind of like one of those things where it was like, oh, that kind of mentality kind of got stuck in my head. But I'm not racist myself because of my dad,
Right.
and him being like stressing the importance of keeping an open mind
Mm-hmm,
and learning about people and stuff like that. So it's thanks to
Yeah.
him I'm not a complete asshole myself. So yay!
Yeah. Woo. No, that's cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it's good to have an open mind in all avenues.
Yeah,
Yeah. I.
people are
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's great. It's yeah, and then the more open minded you are, like the more people we get to meet, and able to discover all cool things and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah. Discover their interests. What was it? I have a meme in my phone. Where is my phone? Where the fuck is my phone? Oh, it's right here on the stand. There's a meme in my phone that kind of reminds me of that because we're leading to explore each other's bodies, which is the thought I had and I forgot to say it.
Oh.
Oh, my tracking almost died, I think, because I had VTube Studio open.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
Let me find this real quick. But it's funny because I enjoy this as a meme. It's from an anime. I'm sure they changed the text or whatever, or the manga, and I'm sure they changed the text. It's like, let me scroll. I'll send it to you later too, because it's
okay.
just because it's fucking funny. I found the one that says "Unlimited Cum Works." Here we go. But that's not it.
I think
that's
I
not
might
the one I'm
have.
thinking about.
I think I might have saw it on Twitter today. I could have sworn I saw a naked woman and then a bunch of like things behind her. So it might have been it actually.
Yeah, but that's a speech bubble. But that's one of my other favorite ones. It's just unlimited cum work. Go. And then this one is the one that's my favorite that I found randomly. It's like, I really want to explore your body. I've actually been thinking the same. Mutual consent. And I love it. I love it so much.
That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's also buried behind all my pictures from Vexpo and Off Guy, so it's deep in my phone. It's deep in there.
Oh yeah, I bet it is.
Yay! And I wish it was deep. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, Actually, no, I've been. The horny bin is true though, because since when was Vexpo? Vexpo was in August. God damn it, Vexpo was in fucking August.
I know.
And I haven't had sex since then because I have had / whatever a friend with benefits, but the problem with that is he's okay, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for the guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry for him too, honestly. He's a nice guy. He's okay. But the thing is, like, his hours are weird compared to mine, right?
I see.
So it's kind of, and he lives a little bit further away from me, so it's kind of like, we had the sex one time and that was it.
Damn.
And I was like, bruh.
Damn.
Alright, well.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, yeah. And it's been a while since I had sex. Honestly, I was gonna go. Okay, so I was gonna go to an event this past Sunday in LA where you pay and you go and have party fun. Um, and
fun.
yeah, but the thing is though was like they made it clear that like you don't when you pay to come to the party like you're not paying for like guaranteed sex. It's like there's a chance that you may not, and you may see people fucking, but like you may not able
One
to.
of those.
Yeah. So,
One of those.
and I thought to myself, because I was gonna go, but like the introverted in me kind of came out, and it's just like, well, one, I don't know anybody in there. Two,
Yeah.
like, I would love to. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm very open minded when it comes to those type of things, but like paying $80 to go to a party, which I'm pretty sure it would have been fun, but at the same time, like my goal at that time, or my goal is I want to have sex, but like there's no
Yeah.
guarantee, and I don't have no
Yeah.
one there. So what did I end up doing? I end up
Staying home and playing video games.
well, I think it was on a Sunday, so I just stayed home and watched football and did other things. The day before, though, I went to go see Transformers. That was awesome. But yeah, it's just like, man,
Honestly, I've also considered the same too.
yeah,
Like me and a former friend. I don't even know if we're still friends, but we're still friends on Discord. But like, we stopped talking because of like issues, or it was like a weird reason why we stopped talking. Because I think it was like, apparently he was telling people I sent pictures of my thighs and I never did, and the one girl was like, "Oh, well, I'm interested in this person." I'm like, "Yeah, no, we're only friends. I don't really care about. I don't want to get sexual with this person." And then he stopped talking to me, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." Anyway,
gotcha.
it was a weird set of circumstances. Anyway, so
Right.
he and I used to talk pretty frequently about like FetLife, which is a fetish website.
I'm on
think
there actually.
You are on FetLife?
I
Let's go.
recently just got on there recently, so.
I have 2 accounts apparently because I forgot the logins to my first one.
Oh.
Um,
Funny.
And that's what it reminded me of, was those events, because I am in a couple different groups. I like the breeding groups too, because it's like I've got and I've tried the breeding kink before. The thing that is about me when I have sex, you can't fucking talk to me, right?
Oh, okay,
So-
gotcha.
Like, you can talk to me in communication, like, "Hey, can you do this instead?"
Right,
Like,
right.
don't tell me like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna like impregnate you. You want like cum or whatever."
I see.
That's weird. That's weird for me. Okay.
Mm.
So like, I still have a breeding kink in a sense. It's just that you can't tell me shit like that because it's kind of awkward, actually,
Ah, gotcha.
for me. So it's like, all right. So I joined one of those breeding kink group things on FetLife, and some people are like messaging me, and they're like, "Oh, you want to get bread?" I'm like, "Actually, no, I don't want pregante, thank you. I just find it interesting. I like reading the posts."
Right, yeah. No, that's funny. That's interesting. So
See, now that we've talked a little bit, now I'm actually opening it up a little bit more. Let's go.
yeah, no, that's cool. Now we're
Also, alcohol.
that does help. It is the liquid courage that helps all of us speak openly.
Yeah.
For me, what was I gonna say? So when it comes to dirty talk, like, okay, I will admit, I do it sometimes, and
Yeah.
that's partially because one, communication, absolutely, but the other one is like, if I'm doing that, that means I'm like really confident with what's going on. Like, okay, there was okay, so there's one other time I had sex, and I find this really hot to me. So, I went to okay, so I went to a spa massage nearby.
Oh.
And like, I have done it before, like in Vegas when I was there for Evo 1 year. And I just moved here in this location, and I was just like really pent up, and like I haven't had any in a while, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. So I end up going. I get undressed. Do the whole like, she's rubbing me down. She tells me to turn around. So I'm like, dicks, facing up, and then the whole process of like, okay, I'm gonna grab her leg, and then eventually, on her ass, and then the initial like, oh, okay, this is what it is.
Yeah.
So, so then we got the initial exchange. She said yes, and we started doing it. The 69, which is one of my favorites, and we started that way right off the bat. And then eventually, like, because I guess, well, she was smaller than me, so it was fine. It was actually easier for me because I am short. I'm like 5'4".
Yeah, because you're slightly shorter than I am because I met you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not that. It's not that.
Yeah, it wasn't a big of a deal in the moment. So yeah, we're doing a thing. Like, I'm excited. I'm doing like 3-4 different positions like this entire time. One of the positions, like we went to doggy style. And I was
that one's my favorite.
and when I was behind her, like just clapping cheeks, just like going at it, and I think like I was starting to talk, my ego was starting to boost up. So I was like, yeah, like I was really getting into it. And obviously I had to throw out there, I was like, do you like my cock? But in much more like grunted, just like, aggressive manner. And she was really enjoying it. And the thing that got me like my ego boosted so much was like, so it got to the point where like, I was like doing good. Like I was like, for myself, I was doing pretty well. And I was like now just putting like more force into my thrust. And at some point I got her to say like she loves me, like at one point. So I was just like, oh hell yeah. So I kept going. It was one of like, to me, this is one of the hottest things to me, is doing that. Most like it's, and I don't know where this started specifically, but like it was just like it was one of the hottest things. And it got to the point. So, after we finished, like, and when I say finish, like, I actually made her come actually, like, in the whole process. And I didn't come until afterwards, but like, what was it? When she told me like she had to relax or had to rest for a second there. She's like told me like I came. It was you came, and she's like put her finger to her mouth like shh, like I guess she doesn't want that info out there. So I guess I don't know. It was a little funny moment.
No, you don't people. You come, oh man. Women come? No, that's a myth.
But after we finished, so I'm like, I'm walking outside. I'm walking back to my home. And like first off, like my legs were just like exhausted, so I'm like awkwardly walking home, and I just noticed my zipper was like undone. It was just like still down. So then I zip it back up. I look to my right, and I see this guy. Like this guy was like sitting outside, and like he saw me do that, and he knew what had happened. He just yells out like, "Yeah!" So it's like. He knew what exactly happened. Yeah, exactly. So, like, I just gave him a thumbs up, and I just like walk awkwardly back home.
That's kind of like reminds me of when Dee was like, did any of you guys have sex at all? I was like, yeah, I did. She's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh. I don't know how to feel about that, because it's like I'm glad that you're happy for me, but some people are like. Sometimes people get like awkward about it. I gotta get up and get another drink. I'm gonna sound far away.
That's fine. That's fine. For are you okay?
It's kind of fun when people are like supportive. Like if people specifically are supportive, but when strangers are supportive, that's funny.
Yeah. I for a minute thought like what Vivi was trying to do at that moment was like trying to hook up everyone else that has not had sex yet. I thought that was,
Who?
I thought that
Vivi?
was like no Vivi.
Oh, Vivi,
Like
yeah.
when she said that, I was like thinking like, oh, is she trying to hook up everyone else up? Like who wants?
I don't have any idea. I
Yeah.
feel like Vivi would be an awesome wingman though.
Oh,
For
she
real,
definitely
though.
would be. Yeah.
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 But who's gonna wingman the wingman?
That's a good question. I mean, I just assumed BB was like in a relationship. Like that's what I just assumed, but I could be wrong.
Possibly, but she's very private about that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, definitely.
what was it the last time? Like she was like, oh yeah, because she was making fun of me for the, and she's making fun of me, but like in a nice way, right? Because we're friends and I don't mind this. I actually don't mind getting teased, sexually or otherwise.
Right.
But like, she was like, oh, Dibby really likes it when she gets stuff when she's having sex with people from very specific people from like over in the UK or whatever the fuck it was she was saying. And I was like, BB, please. And then somebody else was like, are you jealous? And she's like, yes, of course I am. She's like, I'm supportive of my friends having sex. Yes, I am slightly jealous, but I have my toys and it's all good. And I'm like, oh. I mean, I have my toys too, but you know.
Right. I
mean,
have
like,
I have my hands, and that's about it.
Sure.
I have heavily considered, and I might still do it. I have heavily considered getting like those on a whole like machines. Yeah.
Yeah. I got myself a Lovense. I got my first
Oh,
Lovense toy
nice.
recently. Apparently, I forget where I learned this from. Also, why? Sorry, I was making noises that reminded me of something. Anyway, a specific person actually, and I was like, wait, why am I imitating this person? Anyway, I got a Lovense, and it's because Lovense. I saw a Twitter post, I think, or something, where Lovense, you can get a discount if you have a student email, and I'm like, hey, I've got one of those things.
Oh.
So I ended up saving like 60% off on I got a Lush 3.
Mm-hmm.
I spent less what did I spend on it? Like $90-ish before my trip to Expo. And of course my friend my guy friend got to use it. Yay!
Nice.
That was
Hell yeah.
fun. That was actually very interesting.
Nice. That's awesome. I have so the friend I was talking about before that I had sex with after Offkai. She had the same thing. She got a love sense too, and she notified me. It's like, hey, I have this now.
Yeah.
Here's my love
You want
sense.
the link?
Yeah, like, here's the link. I was like, okay, it's just to test it out. So for me, on my end, I'm gonna be honest. Like, in one end, like it's pretty hot, obviously, because I'm in control. Like I'm controlling how much sensitivity is happening. But like I'm also just like looking at a foam that has like waves, and I'm like, that doesn't really excite me in the sense of like I need visual, like I need to see what I'm doing to that person or to my friend.
Right. Well,
So
of course, I sent them pictures, of course.
nice.
I'm 50. So I took that one BDSM test, right? Apparently, I'm like 50% exhibitionist.
Oh, nice.
So like every now and then, I do have the urge to like send pictures of myself to like people I trust, of course. And it was like one of those things where, of course, I'm like, I'm doing things with this toy. You're controlling it. Of course, I'm gonna show you. Hey, this is what this looks like. You know, like if you're gonna ask me for pictures, sure, yeah. Or like, hey, I came real hard. Oh yeah, show me. And I'm like, yeah, here you go. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
For women, I feel like it's kind of more difficult sometimes though, because we got the wetness thing going on, and then you kind of have to stop doing things. And you kind of have to do things, and honestly, I don't like. I've never really been a fan of like sexting, sending pics. Just purely that, you know, because it's like it gets boring, you know.
That's fair, honestly. You can only do so much, and it's just like, well, at that point, just come over and it's just fuck, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
Come over. Like I was talking with this guy who I used to work with a long ass time ago, and that was the thing. This was sexually frustrating for me, and I don't usually get sexually frustrated. So this dude, would message me and be flirty and whatever, and we'd send pictures on Snapchat or whatever. I no longer have use Snapchat because Snapchat is stupid. Anyway, but like he would just be, I'd be like, hey, you should come over. We live in the same fucking town, right? We live in the exact same town. You should come over. Oh, blah 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 blah. You know, he would never say anything, never reply. Or more recently, this was a couple months ago, or yeah, like earlier this year, before I stopped talking and all together. He was like, "Oh yeah, I have to sneak out." I'm like, "You're my age, 30 plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who at 30 plus years old has to sneak out of their house, apartment, whatever?" I'm like, something's not right. And I always, and I kind of had that feeling for a little bit. I'm like, that doesn't seem right. And so I went off on this dude. I'm like, okay, so you've been sending me shit for the last however long. If there's something you're hiding from me, which is obvious that you are, it's fucked up, first and foremost. And secondly, it's very annoying for me to have to go through this because all I want is fucking sex, dude. And you seem complicit and willing, but you're refusing to. And I'm like, I'm not about that. I don't got time for this shit.
Right.
Dick, you know, like I'm getting old, man. I could literally talk to anybody else and get laid the same fucking day. This bullshit. First and foremost, I feel sorry for whoever it is you're with because I'm assuming he's either dating somebody or married or whatever at this point. And I'm like, I feel sorry for them, and you're fucked up. Stop talking to me.
Right.
Asshole. Because I'm like horny, and I'm over it, and I just want sex at this point. Like, fuck you, man.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. Like, I can understand if there's like, well, actually, don't actually. No, he had no excuse. He had no excuse.
That's the second time I've ever gone off on a guy that I wasn't even dating. The first one I actually did have sex with, but I went off on him because he was stupid. Because he was like a 23-year-old dude who I forget what it was. He wasn't doing something. And he's like, well, maybe I need a woman who needs to do the thing. I'm like, I'm not your fucking mom.
Right.
I'm 22. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Grow up. I do not get frustrated with people that often to the point where I actually yell at them like that. That's fair. That's very fair. Yeah.
It reminds me. So this reminds me of a story that happened to me, but it's the opposite actually. I was that person on the other side, and the reason being though was because, my family and I moved in together in 2021, and it was still the height of the COVID situation. I get that. So I've forgotten. I had posted on this website about, hey, I want to have sex and all this jazz. I've forgotten about it long ago, and I got a call like out of the blue, and it was from a woman. So it was like, hey, like, are you still looking? And I was like, oh, I was surprised by it. I was like, oh, I didn't realize anyone would call. Cool, but at the time, like, she. I wanted to have sex, absolutely, but like, she wanted to do it here, but I was like, I can't. One, it was COVID times. Two, like, my dad, like, I was making sure that my parents were safe. Like, I didn't want to chance anything at the moment,
right?
And I don't want to bring COVID here. And that was the whole reasoning why, I told her, like, hey, I would love to, but these are my reasons for it. And she get mad at me for, like, posting in the first place. It's like, well, I mean, yes, but I'd rather go over there than here. So, I was that guy on the other side. But, those are my reasons for not happening.
And I feel like, and I can say this as a woman, I don't think we can handle rejection very well, I can't handle rejection very well because of the fact that I have ADHD specifically, but most women, we get pissed off if we get fucking rejected. It's so ironic.
I know. I know. Because yeah, absolutely. Like, most guys will say yes, absolutely. Like, no questions asked, absolutely. But you know, there will be
You
times
tell
where
a
it
woman
happens.
no, all of a sudden it's hell on earth. Let's go.
Duly noted.
Well,
Yeah.
no. I'm just like, not me personally, because like I said, like I'm trying to deal with that because it's a
Mhm.
part of my mental issues. Like
Mhm.
ugh, man, if I didn't have, it's specifically called rejection sensitivity
Mm.
dysphoria.
Mm.
Rejection hurts a lot more than typical rejection does. So for me, it really sucks. So I've been trying to I try to deal with that as best as I can. So like when I said before, when the one guy, when I went to Vexpo and I was like really tired and shit,
Mhm.
like that shit hurt, man. But it's
Mm.
because it's, and I thought about it longer, and I was pissy about it. I actually, he was like, oh, if you're okay, because eventually he was like, if you're okay, I'm like, yes, but no, because now I'm pissy about it, and I don't want to be pissy at you
Right.
for you being considerate of my autonomy, I guess, me being comfortable, and I
Right.
get
Right.
that.
Right.
Like, but at the time, I was pissed off because I'm like, I just want.
That is fair. You know what? But that is fair. That is very fair, honestly.
Yeah.
Um. It.
Oh.
Yeah. No, but that's fair. It's. You know, you're obviously working through it, and that's fine. You know, take it at your own pace. Um.
Yeah.
And yeah. uh, Tell me more of your woman's secrets so I can know in the future. So then I
Most
can.
women don't like rejection for some reason, and we
Mm.
get pissed off about it. I
Mm.
don't know why. It sucks, honestly.
Mm.
What else? What women secrets are there? I don't have very many women friends, so
Ah.
I never got to help. That was the one thing I did. I gotta make sure I message BB later. We gotta hold hand. Oh, and Hana too, because I was like, okay, so one of the things I really want to do as a woman, is to hold one of my women friends' hands as we piss
Oh.
together.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
The whole
yeah,
Was it Cinder Numi thing that I saw? Like. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Apparently, women do that. Uh,
Yeah, I saw
I
that
did have a
picture.
sleepover. I've had a sleepover with women before, other girls. Once in high school, and then I literally slept in the same room as Hana.
Oh wow.
Not the same bed because they were both twin size beds, so that would have been awkward. But
Uh.
yes.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
She's also
Gotcha.
seen me in my pantsuit too because I'm American. I don't really care
Mm.
if people see me undress like to my underwear because it's like it's just underwear, right?
Right.
And it was funny because we were talking about it. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I remember like turning around and suddenly Davidia's got no pants on." I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's whatever." I mean, it's not like you're seeing like my ass, like bare ass. It's fine.
Right. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. I'm comfortable around. If
Oh
I'm
yeah.
comfortable around you, that doesn't bother me. So.
Yeah.
Hopefully it didn't I'm like, did that bother you? She's like, no, it was just kind of like surprising. I'm like, okay, that's good because if it bothered you, I would have rather you told me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Instead of after the fact,
So it's like, oh, surprise. Oh.
Surprise, no pants. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
This is. I don't know how to feel right now. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. What was I gonna say? Oh, man, I just had another sex story. Like it just triggered for a second there. God, what was it? Uh,
Pants.
what was it?
Panza.
No, not pants.
Oh.
It wasn't about pants. God, what was it? Like I. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, okay. um, so there's this one story where I had sex at an anime convention.
Ah.
But here's the thing. Okay, so because the reason why it was brought up is because your conversation about like how most men would say yes and not no and reject women, and so this girl and I we already kind of were hinting at it for a little bit before the convention started, and at the time I was like covering the convention, like I was like doing video recordings of panels and interviews and whatnot. So I was doing some work.
Yeah.
The thing was that it was a situation where everyone shared the room and it was like a good
Yeah.
like 5-6 people at any given time. So first off, like at first she told me like, hey, the room's empty, and I'm in the middle of like filming a panel of Kevin Conroy and like I forgot who the other person was talking about. He was talking about his role in like one of the Adventure, not Adventure Time, Venture Brothers episodes that he was in. And when I got the message, I literally turned off the camera, put everything as fast as I can away, and then just jetted to the hotel room. So I get there, and then people are there, and I'm like, oh fuck. So, you know, she and I look at each other. I text her, I was like, hey, I have an idea. So my bright idea was like, okay, let's do it at the rooftop of the convention center. Um, the thing is, though, is it's like I was too horny at the moment to think about there was a better way to get up there, because we ended up just walking the stairs up like 6 stories or some ridiculous number.
Christ.
Yeah, so you know, on hindsight, we should have took the elevator and then maybe go up there. So then we get up there, we get to the very top, and then we realize if we push this door open, it's going to ignite like the firefighters to come here. So we don't want to do that. So we just end up having sex on like the stairs, like on the door before like the.
This is sex in the stairwell, but fucking.
Yeah. So we end up doing that. You know, it was hot. It was cool. It was great.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's that public sex voyeurism thing.
Oh yeah.
Is it voyeurism? Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, exhibition, this something to that nature.
Exhibitionism. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we ended up having sex up there, and it was good. She told me she liked it. She was satisfied. The odd thing, and I think maybe we were too loud because, after we finished and we were like, this fucking weirdo must have been like hearing us and probably was thinking, I'm gonna jump in. This guy out of nowhere, and we got done putting our clothes together, and he just like pops out at the like bottom of the stairwell. So it's like, hey, did you guys hear something? Just like, no. That guy was obviously just there listening to us having sex. So like, I'm pretty sure he might have got off on that. I don't care. But like,
he's the voyeurist.
yeah, absolutely. Or maybe he wanted to join in.
Yeah, who
But
knows?
yeah, but like, so yeah, we finished. That happened. That was weird. And then, you know, we got into the elevator and then we went down.
It's only weird if you make it weird.
That's true. But yeah, that was interesting. It was fun. It was a lot of fun though, for sure.
Shit. I was thinking about something and now I forgot. But I have to pee. I have to be right back.
All right.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's alcohol. Alcoholism.
Yeah, that's what it does to you. I feel like this entire time, like we've been talking, like it's been like, oh, this one is supposed to be for 15 minutes, end up being the entire stream, which I'm enjoying. Having some bonding moment with my bud. So Twitch, when this gets reported, like we are very, very sexual. Well, it started off slow and eventually like got to that point. But this is for the purposes of testing. I will be probably playing a clip of this, probably just the audio, honestly, and then seeing how that affects tomorrow when I do not have the sexual themes on. Because if the sexual themes is off and I get hit, that means that basically, like, most VTubers just need to have sexual themes on, because inherently, like, oh, thank you, LSF, and yeah.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
How was your trip?
Oh. I didn't fall in.
Okay. That's great to hear. I've seen many a time the what was it? I've seen that letters of did not fall or try not to fall in the toilet on Iron Mouse's like subathon far more often
Oh.
than I did. What was I gonna say?
Oh, shit. I am looking forward to next off guy though, for sure. Because first and foremost, I'm hoping to maybe help out with the
Oh.
OBS video editing stuff because I think they said they wanted to hire some folks for like OBS related stuff.
Yes.
Like me,
Yes.
me,
Yes. Yes.
make me.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So that way, all the video stuff would be done and or would be recorded properly and sent to me so I can edit it on my end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the people that need help with OBS when they're doing the panels and shit have somebody help with the troubleshooting with that, right?
Yeah.
Secondly, the person who I hooked up with the Afkai will also be there again next year.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Hell
Because
yeah.
I DM'd I DM him frequently. I remember specifically asking, I'm strange. I'm not strange. I'm perfectly normal. But like so I had a request and I was like, hey, so I have a request of you. I'm like, I want to know if you're comfortable with this. And I'm like, it's a question of whether you're comfortable with it. It's also a request from me. It's a very specific request. He's like, okay. And I said, can you lay on me? just lay on me.
Huh. You mean like just
I
like
like
a blanket?
Kinda, yeah. So like in my head when I say this, so it's like a lay on me, put your head on my chest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to call it caregiver in a sense, but it's kind of like how I feel in that sense, you know? Like,
Right.
Lay on me, put your head on my chest, and hug me or whatever, you know? Because I like first and foremost, I like the weight. I like people on top of me for whatever reason in multiple different ways. But in this specific instance, it was an intimacy question. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's an intimacy thing more than a sexual thing, because I was like, I just want an intimate moment, you know, because like the first off guy, the entire situation initiated was more of an intimate thing. It wasn't me, like we didn't go to our separate rooms and we just texted each other, hey, are you awake? That was just part of it. Before that, we were in the same Uber and he had to sit on me because the backseat of the Uber was really cramped.
I see. Gotcha.
And our heads would touch every now and then. I was like, this is so cute. And I was like, I didn't expect sex at all from it. I was like, because it was an intimacy thing, because it was like, it was super cute. Of course, I got turned on by it because I was like, it's cute, okay? It's cute. We're touching heads. Your hand's on my knee. You know, you're squishing my left boob, but that's fine. Not like like he's not grabbing my boob or anything. He just had to lean on it, and he's like, "Are you okay with this?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine." It's like you had no choice. Like I'm fine with it. It's whatever.
Right.
But like it was cute. Okay, so that was the before story. Before the before story, you know. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the before times.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Words. So I was like, I just want a little bit of intimacy, you know. And we've already discussed too, because like of my recent relationship issues. Like we both live pretty far away from each other as well. That long distance relationships don't really work for me.
Yeah, definitely.
And neither him as well. So it's like, I'm fine. I did tell him, I'm like, I'm open to whatever, because I do like him. So like, I'm open to whatever if it ends up working out, whatever.
Right.
But that more interprets to me of like, hey, if you want to be long distance fuck buddies, I don't really care. Like, if we're in the same areas, whatever, man. Like, just hit me up, I guess, you know. So we're both gonna be at Offkai.
Nice. I mean, that's good to know. So like,
Anyway.
that's good to know. So I'm not like, if I'm trying to look for you, like, oh, I probably should not enter this door right now. I'll just leave it alone and walk away.
There's a sock on the door.
Just like I look down at the door handles. It's like,
Or-
oh, okay.
Yeah, well, men apparently use socks, right? They put socks on the door handles, right? Women apparently
Yeah.
put bras on the door handle. I
Mm,
learned that in high school.
yeah. I think it was funny too. Or well, I was like gonna say like, can you just put the sign on the door, just like do not disturb, instead of putting the
Yeah,
sock?
I do that as well. I also put that on the door. I forgot. So when my family have gone to hotels or whatever, anytime we would leave the rooms, we would always put the do not disturb sign. So that meant housekeeping couldn't come in and like clean shit and move shit around, right?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to do that when I went to Off-Kai.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came back to my room a little bit later, I think it was like day 1 or day 2. Well, no, I checked into because I stayed at the Holiday Inn for my very first day because I arrived on day 0, right?
Mm.
So official day 1 of Off-Kai, I was at the whatever the fuck it was called, Hyatt. That's it.
Yeah, the Hyatt.
I was
Yeah.
confused. I was gonna say Marriott, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
No.
It was the Hyatt. Honestly, fuck the Hyatt. Anyway,
Oh, no, that's
And,
fair. That's fair to say.
yeah. So the first day in the Hyatt, I left my room and I came back like several hours later. They had come in through my room because I forgot to put the sign on the door. They
Mhm.
it was so nice. They even folded I brought my Iron Mouse blanket with
yeah,
me. They
yeah.
folded my Iron Mouse blanket and put it at the foot of the bed. I was like, oh, this is so nice. You didn't have to do that. Oh,
That's
wow.
awesome. Yeah, they're cool. They're cool like that.
Yeah,
That's awesome. That's good to hear.
Yeah. that was
Yeah.
cute. That was also cute. I forgot where I was going with that, honestly.
Guy that you are friendly with will fuck again at next Off-Kai.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, obviously you gotta get consent. As
Right.
well. Be like, hey, we're in the same area. Because I also messaged him I've already been invited to join some folks in an Airbnb, and I'm like, I don't know if I really want to do that because it's like these guys are. I've already collabed with them several different times, and they're very outrageous, and it's fun. But it's like I, in particular, I told the one friend this. He's like, "Yeah, you're an old lady. You got to get your sleep." And I'm like, "You fucking cunt." Anyway,
that's fair.
And I was messaging the friend about it because I was like, I don't know, because it's like I want to be able to afford the trip, of course. Preferably, I would rather get a room on my own because, like, if I'm gonna go out on a trip, I don't want to have to deal with other people.
That's also very fair too. Yeah.
In a sense, and like if people are partying at 2 a.m. and I'm trying to fucking sleep, like shut the fuck up, please.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you could save money that way, and I was like, yeah, I guess, yeah, but I mean, like he can afford like a place, his own hotel and whatever else. He makes far more than I do. But it's like, okay, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, we'll see how this goes, and they're already questioning whether or not they're gonna get an Airbnb already.
Damn.
And I'm like, cool, that's fine. It's whatever. We're really ahead of this right at the moment.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but I'm glad I got invited either way. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. Like I've definitely have taken that route of like getting a hotel by myself. More so like, like you, I don't want to deal with people. I've had my fair share of like staying in a hotel room with like multiple people to save money for multiple conventions for over the years. So I definitely understand that point of view. But obviously the second point is like, if I want to get laid, I want my own room, like so I can like have.
Yeah. Well, and it's more the awkwardness of the situation because the person that I hooked up with is known, so it's like that'd be awkward.
I see.
And I don't want to deal with that,
I see.
They're
Gotcha.
known.
Gotcha.
That's a good way of phrasing it. They're
Okay.
known.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Knowing people. People know people. That's crazy. Anyway,
Yeah, that's fair.
I was surprised. surprised, but people knew me at Bexpo. Actually, they were like, "Oh, I've heard of you before." And I'm like, "Oh,
Cool.
you have? That's interesting."
I mean, like, yeah, no, like, you're obviously a mod for False and also out there on Twitter. Um,
Yeah.
so you definitely have some name recognition out there. Um, but yeah, like, you got something going.
Yeah. Well,
sure.
actually, I have a question now because I was just thinking about this because my friend yesterday, we were talking and he told me his first impression of me. So, what is your first
Oh.
impression of me?
Um, let's see, my first impression of you. Um,
This could be IRL or just online, by the way.
that's
Doesn't
good.
matter.
That's a good question.
Or both, actually.
Right.
Do
That's
both.
true. That's true. Okay. Okay. So also online.
Uh-huh.
So I will admit, like, the reason I want to reach out to you initially is because, uh, you're an editor. I'm an editor. I'm trying to network with other editors in the scene and like just
Right.
create that friendship of like, hey, you do stuff, I do stuff. Let's talk about it, and then let's help each other out in the future. So that was my first initial thought. My second thought was, yeah, you're really chill. Like I had like no, like just seeing some of the stuff you post is like, well, it's nothing out of the ordinary I haven't seen already from other VTubers and other people of that nature. So it's just like, okay, and that's par for the course. And yeah, like I had like that was pretty much about it. Like I didn't have like no initial like shock value. It's just like, oh my gosh, she said this or she did what. Like it was like relatively chill, person to talk to and kind of hang out with. And it was the same like offline. It's just like we met and it's just like, oh, cool. Nice to meet you. I am Clawmaster. And it was like a relatively chill time, just like talking about stuff at Offkai and all that jazz. I was so when I have to ask because like I think you say you didn't smell it, but like okay, before I came to Offkai this past year, I brought my backpack with me that I carry all my stuff, and like the problem was like I was looking all over my house for like a sizable backpack I can carry all my stuff with, but like the only one that's big enough to carry everything that I needed to carry all my gear was that one, and that one was the one that smelled like cat pee. And I was just like I was carrying it around the convention because I had to, and I was just like I hope she doesn't smell this. This is the first impression.
Yeah.
Did you smell it? Did it come off?
No, you asked me and I said no, and I still stand by that. Like I didn't smell it at all. I mean, like I even when you told me, I didn't actively try to smell it. Like,
right.
I mean, like, because I do know what cat piss smells like, unfortunately. So it's like,
yeah. So that was like
go out of my way to try and smell that.
Yeah. So that was going through my mind the entire weekend when I was wearing it. So I was like, ah. So I was trying to mitigate the smell and trying to do my best. But like in person and online, like you're basically the same person. Like it's just like, hey, chill, cool girl that I met online. It's also the same offline. So that was kind of my first impressions.
Excuse me. Thank you. That's how I feel about that. Yeah. I don't. Sometimes most of my first impressions of people are like sus. I'm weary at first a lot of the time. And it's nothing personal against anybody I talk to, but
right.
If you approach me in a friendly manner, generally it's better than if you just say, hey, how are you? And I'm like, I don't know about this,
Yeah.
But like I don't think I ever got like a weird vibe, you know what I mean? I was kind of like normal for me. I was like, oh hey, blah 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 blah. I'm reaching out for blah blah blah. I'm like, oh that's cool. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. So that's the best way to go about it, and so I appreciate that. Meeting Offkai, it was pretty chill as well. I try not to have like pre-expectations of people, because I've been surprised in the past. So now I kind of go into it with a blank, like I don't form any sort of image in my head of anybody anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's fair.
So no images. I'm just like, oh yay, cool people, and that's about it. Yeah, no, you're chill. I enjoy talking to you when we do talk, and it's
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very busy that weekend.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. You're doing the works.
Yeah.
No, I asked that because this particular friend evidently thought I was a complete asshole.
Really? Really?
During our start of our friendship. But it's because I was going through a lot during that time with
Oh.
my ex-boyfriend, and then having to deal with somebody harassing me shortly after that. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't a fun time. Because they were like, oh yeah, you make a lot of bait posts. And I'm like, did I? I don't remember this.
Yeah,
About
nor do I. Unless I missed
Apparently
something.
it was like 2022-ish, roughly. I don't remember.
No, okay.
I'm like, I would have to go back and look because I feel like that sounds right, but also not, because like I do tend to get argumentative.
Gotcha.
Online.
I mean,
I can be an asshole, but like generally speaking, I don't always try to be an asshole.
Right. Yeah, it's just the nature of what it can do to you sometimes. It happens to us. We're human. Well,
Twitter.
I'm a dragon hero. You're
I'm a tanuki. I'm a
yeah.
red tanuki. I'm a red panda and a tanuki. Yippee. It was kind of funny because Gijit had made a post about like managers or whatever recently, and I commented on it, and somebody commented on my comment, and they're like, unrelated, but what isn't a red tanuki just a tanuki? I'm like, no, I'm half tanuki, and they're like, the lore deepens. I'm like, this is kind of a random interaction, like.
I see. That's interesting. That is interesting. Oops. You know what? I'm just gonna take the timer off. Like, I feel like at this point we're just gonna there's enough evidence there, but like also like it's kind of pointless to just comment on it at this point.
Yeah.
We're still gonna talk. It's like,
of course.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, let's just, for the purposes of all of this, this is like, you know what? This entire video is going to be just looked at, so it's whatever.
For the purpose of this experiment, it is now technically officially over, but we're probably going to still talk about shit. So.
Yeah, yeah, we're vibing.
It's fun.
Yeah, we're vibing. Yeah. So
it doesn't happen that often. I go on for hours on end talking about random ass bullshit.
yeah, no, it's good to have like these,
Yap sessions.
Yap sessions, just kind of like shooting the shit and just kind of talk. Just because
sexual things and having sex in stairwells.
Yeah.
We're having sex in the fucking. My story, my weird place story, I guess. The two of them. 3? Because they're weird in public.
Oh.
It happened when I was a lot younger. So one of them, I used to be a band kid. Surprise! Hee hee. One of them was in the. There was a bathroom across the way from my old high school band classroom. So I had sex in one of those bathrooms once.
Oh.
This was all with the same person, by the way.
Okay.
The other time was in the movie theater.
Oh, okay. What? Okay, how? I have to ask how.
Sit in the back, and it's got to be particularly empty. We almost got caught though. We finished before the steward came in and been like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" So it was like one of those quickie things.
I see. Wow.
Excuse me.
I'm impressed, honestly.
On the floor mostly, but not like laying down. It was like one of those doggy style things.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then the third one would be the public library bathroom, the handicap.
Oh,
bathroom.
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So those are my three weird locations, and all of these happened in high school.
I see.
Would I ever have sex in a public restroom again? Absolutely. But like, I feel like I have to be drunk for that, honestly. Probably the guy from.
Probably.
Probably.
I'm trying to think. Was there any other weird place I did it outside the top of a convention center? Let me think. Was there any other places that I did it? No, I think the other times has been pretty tame, or like at least location-wise. Cause like I think that might be probably the weirdest one. I will say though, like there was a moment, or well, not a moment, but there was an opportunity, but I don't know what would happen because, so it was at an anime convention yet again, and it was in the hotel room. There was like a good 6-7 of us in there, and this girl and I, we've been already been, we already. Is this the same girl that I fucked at the top of the anime convention? So,
Yeah.
so she. If I so I would okay, so I went to go to the dance club, or the rave they had there, and everyone else fell asleep. If I would have gotten back to the room earlier, she would have slept with me in the sleeping bag that I brought, because she ended up going to the bed to sleep. So, and I didn't find out till later, but essentially, like, she there could have been a possibility where, like, she was just, like, in the same sleeping bag with me. And if that happened, like, given I was younger, I do not know what I would have done. I might have actually just taken her outside and just fucked out in the open somewhere, or there might have been a possibility where, like, we just go to the bathroom and fucked, but then, like, trying to keep that low while everyone else was sleeping would have been hard, or the most dangerous option would have been like, I'm too horny, let's just like do sexual stuff in the beanbag, like on the floor out in the open when everyone there is sleeping, and I'm pretty sure would awaken to see what was going on. So yeah,
Hopefully not.
Yeah, so
It'll
like
probably happen, but who knows?
I mean, yeah, if it did happen, but like it didn't happen. I was sad, and then I just went home and jerked off. So
cried about it later.
yeah, but like so that was probably like the only other time that might have happened in that opportunity.
Yeah. One of the things I actually just now remembered I wanted to talk about. So, have you been in the purple VTubers, right?
Yes.
The purple VTubers, specifically the guy.
Yes.
So we watch. I'm just gonna say false, honestly. Because I can't not talk about false without saying false. False is false.
Yes.
But
yes.
were you in his stream when he was doing the Gamers Outreach stream?
No, I was not actually. I was not.
Oh man. Well, you missed it because he was doing cultured tags. This
Oh.
is like the third time
Oh.
he's done like cultured tag tier list. I swear to God.
Okay, so I do remember him talking about his culture tags. It was like Iron Mouse's like stream. That was like the very like first or second like Speak of the Devil
yeah.
show.
I knew it. I knew
Yeah.
it. I knew he talked about culture tags before.
Yeah.
But no, this is like specifically when he would stream it and make a tier list. It was either, I swear to God, it was like the third tier list he's made, but it could have been the second one because I swear he'd done it before. But this year, right? Because I like it. It's funny. I'm gonna say I like it when he False talks about sexual stuff because I don't know why. I just do because it's interesting to me. Sex to me is interesting, and I like learning about people when it comes to their sexual interests. And same thing with Cody when he's talked about it before, right? But it's more interesting than false because like false is false. We don't know much about false, IRL and
Yes.
stuff.
This
just like that, right?
mysterious purple VTuber.
The mysterious purple VTuber robot man, right? And I'm like, and of course, like I said earlier, to me, sex shouldn't be super parasocial. So in my head, when I hear about false sexual things, I'm like, I wonder what it is.
Yeah, like it. Last I remembered, at least in that interview he did with Mouse long ago,
Yeah.
he's into what was it?
Lots
Incest?
of different stuff. Well, he's into the mom and daughter duo
Yeah.
threesome, but I don't know about the like them doing things to each other, more things doing to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what interested me pretty recently with that was like he was talking about blowjobs, right? Apparently, he thinks it's cute when girls make noises
Oh.
when they're like giving blowjobs. I'm like, hey, I do.
So the grapefruit essentially.
What?
Okay. So there's this video of this woman talking about sexual education, and like she had like this technique called the grapefruit, and like it was a way to where I forgot exactly the exact details, but like basically a way to suck dick. But like the way it sounded, it just sounded like a vacuum.
Oh, no.
It was hilarious. It's on YouTube actually. If you look up grapefruit,
Oh God.
it's very funny. It's very funny.
Oh no, I just I think he meant like when, especially like I think he, if I remember correctly, he said deep throating too. But like just generally speaking, if you're making noises, apparently he finds that cute.
Huh? Interesting.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. I do that, especially when I deep throat. It's like you can't help it. It's like when you're like not like I don't actually want to choke, you know, like to the point
Right.
like I feel like I have to fucking puke, but like I do make the noises. Like it's just a thing. It happens, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did tell a friend, a former friend, this once a long time ago too, and they, of course, they held it against me later. They're like, "Are you parasocial? Fuck you." And I'm like, you know, it should be fine. Like, it's whatever. It's
Yeah.
not like I'm actually going about trying to hook up with false. Like that'd be weird.
Yeah. No.
That'd be actually weird.
Yeah. That would be. I mean, I would suck his dick. Actually, no. What?
Hey, $20 is $20, right?
Nah, see, I would do it while wearing the cosplay, so then it looks like he's doing it to himself.
Also, we love you, I promise. Not weirdly.
If this video gets taken down, there's no proof.
Yeah.
There's no proof
Prove
of any of this.
anything.
That would
Here,
be
hold
funny.
on. Actually, that'd be funny. Hold on.
Oh. Clip it while you have the chance.
I heard,
Oh
I heard
my
you
God.
were talking shit about me.
Oh,
The beauty of being a model parent.
I see. Hello, false.
Yippee.
I did not
Hi.
realize you were joining me tonight.
Yes. Here I am. It is I, false I. Oh wait, I can't. Voice mod doesn't work. Anyway, back to this.
Back to the chibi horny bin.
Yeah, chibi horny bin.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only model I have of this design actually, so it's always chibi horny bin. Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. That's better. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I just false is false. I've known him for a while, and it's like it's just every single time, because I guess sex for me is like a special interest. I guess, but I don't know, question mark.
Right.
And
Right.
it's probably just the hypersexuality, honestly. But like,
Right.
I just find it's refreshing when people are able to talk casually about sex, and it's like that's probably why I'm friends with VB. And I mod for VB too, and it's why I hang out with Cody, because Cody's the same way, more or less.
Oh. That's good to know. Huh.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just interesting to me, and like certain things that I find interest in, not a lot of people have the same interest in. You know, like it's like some people find that a little strange, and it's like I don't know. It just depending upon the person, I'm just curious. You know.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
It's almost like a gateway to their soul, if you think about it. You know.
Like, what are your kinks? Tell me. I wish to
What-
know more.
What are your kinks? What does it really tell you as a person?
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing too, because it's like I talk about sex a lot, and people find that really open and forward. It's like, nah, you're not learning. You're learning about me, but not a lot about me. I'm still pretty closed off, actually.
Mm.
You'll know that I don't like anal. I like it from behind, and I also like cowgirl sometimes, and I like to deep throat dick. But you're not gonna know a lot much else. You know what I mean?
Cowgirl, one of my favorite positions, by the way.
Yippee!
Hell yeah, that's cool.
I like it in the sense of like it can be ironically it can be a pretty intimate position too,
Yeah.
if you think about it.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
For me, position wise, like cowgirl for sure. Doggy style, I'm okay with. Like I don't mind it, but usually I like the girl on top, like most of the time. But
Yeah.
it's also because like at some point I get tired and it's like, all right, you did the work for a minute, let me rest.
Yeah.
In a sense, but like
And I get tired, honestly, through that too. Depending on how fast I want to go. Mostly I do the grind part, but I can do the movement, like the up and down, whatever.
Right,
It just takes a little bit of finagling, and then
Yeah.
also you got the fucking the thigh
yeah,
issues.
Yeah.
Muscles. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But intimacy wise, like you can like grab things and it's fun.
Yeah, definitely. It's great. It's awesome.
Hips, butts, boobs, whatever.
Yeah.
And you get the visual too.
Oh, yeah,
and
it's
the visuals
great.
are fun.
It's great. Yeah.
I remember one time I was on top, and I don't know if it was because he was just like flimsy or whatever. That sounds wrong. But I mean, I put his hands up above his head, and I'm not a dominant person,
Right.
I just thought it'd be fun,
Mhm.
and it was kind of fun actually.
That's awesome.
Haha.
Damn.
I'm pin you down.
It's just like if I was in that position, I'd be like, sure, go for it.
Yeah.
I would wouldn't mind at that moment. So it's like, all right, we're doing
Yeah.
this.
That's kind of like what he did too. He's like, oh, okay, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, I'm just silly. I'm silly.
Dope.
Okay, I'm gonna
Dope.
fuck you more now.
Just
I'm
like,
over it.
just like,
I'm already over it.
just like be silly, like, okay, I'm gonna fuck you more. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Imagine if I actually said that.
That would be funny as hell, honestly. If I was, man, that would be like, man, if a girl did that to me, I would kind of laugh, I won't lie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would be like, for a brief second, and then like, all right, back to being horny mode, let's go. I must
like,
feel
"Oh."
more.
Feel it.
Yeah.
Feel it.
Yes.
Believe it.
Believe it. Ha 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 ha.
Fucking shit. I don't know. I'm running out of things to say, honestly. I mean, I'm not, but I am. But I'm mostly tired, actually. That's mostly what it is. I just
Right.
am tired, man.
Definitely.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of anything else. Like, do I have anything left in the tank when it comes to stories of the sexual nature? I'm trying to think. I mean, I will say the what was it? When the first time I did the whole massage sex thing, the one in Vegas I did at Evo. The girl that I did it with, she did the grind thing on me, and it was obviously very hot, but also like I didn't last long. I will admit that. But also like, it was incredibly hot. It was actually really good. I was like, oh wow.
Because there's just something about it. Because for me, it's a sensitivity thing.
Yeah.
Because weirdly enough, because there's a G spot, right? My and that's probably where the vaginal thing comes into play. My G spot's not super sensitive. There's a secondary. There's actually a couple different spots. There's an A spot, right? That's closer to the cervix. You hit my cervix, I'm happy. I'm very, very, very happy. So that's kind of like where that the grindy thing comes in because I like that the best. I know not every guy likes it, but it's
Right.
like your dick's on my cervix, and that's hot. Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
anyway.
yeah. It was really good. And then afterwards, I took a shower at the massage place. I had a shower there, and she gave me water on the way out. So I was like, oh, awesome. So it was a fun time.
Mm.
That was the first time, and I think I was just like really excited because I always watch it online, but I never experienced it. So when
Yeah.
that happened, I was just like, oh, this is hot.
Man, I feel like I don't know if my long distance friend's gonna want to be. He's probably sleeping anyway, but like, I can't. It's like one of those things where it's like I don't really want to go out and like try and find like a friends with benefits that's closer to me, but I
Mhm.
feel like I should at the same time because it's like I don't, I don't socialize that much IRL. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like now I'm like sitting here. I've had alcohol. Alcohol first and foremost does make me horny. Actually,
I see.
now that all the sex talk is made me horny, and I'm like, cool, that's great. I got nothing to deal with it outside of the toy part.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I got those. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
No, I feel
I
that.
might actually just go to sleep though. Honestly, I'm horny, but
That is-
I tend to ignore it sometimes, and I just go to sleep.
That's fair. That's fair. Lately I've been holding off on. I've been holding off on jerking it here because family's here, especially recently. So it's just like,
Well, it's not. I feel like for women, it can be easier, but I generally just do it on purpose because first and foremost, it's fun for me. I
oh.
don't know why. Secondly, I'm just like I'm so tired. Honestly, I'm gonna finish this. I only had 2 drinks anyway. I'm just mostly hyper. And
Oh.
I'm like cruising along. I don't have to work tomorrow. It's whatever. I also have
Sure.
that fucking shit with BB tomorrow, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
What time is that happening, by the way?
1 p.m. my time. So.
Oh, okay.
2 Eastern.
Okay, so that would be 11. Oh, okay. I'll still be here before I go to work. All right, cool. So I can pop in for a little bit. Nice.
Yippee!
Yay.
Yeah, we're doing. I can't talk too much about it just because I am participating in it, but like.
Oh wait, is it the whole dating thing? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just for funsies. We're not actually dating people. It's just content,
Right. Okay. I remember seeing
But I
something
am
about that.
participating.
Nice.
Yeah. I accidentally almost said that I was participating to one of the participants, and he was like, "Oh, you're telling me you're in this?" Like, I was like, "No, I'm just helping," which is also true. I am helping, but I'm also participating.
That's
and
awesome.
guess what? You're my person, actually, that I picked because I thought it'd be funny. Even though
Oh,
I
man.
know them, I thought it'd just be funny.
That's gonna be a lot of fun times.
It's a needle.
Oh. That's funny. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Make it as awkward as you can, please.
No, well, he already knows I'm kind of awkward. He also
okay.
knows I'm a sub-ass bitch. We have had one VC. He forgot. Okay, so I met him at Offkai, right?
Mm-hmm.
Evan. He forgot me 3 times. He forgot who I was 3 times. He finally remembers me. Because I called him out on him liking one of my IRL pictures. He's like, "What? I can't like a picture of a pretty girl?" And I'm like, "You can. I don't mind." And yeah, the thing. Yeah. And now he remembers me.
I see. Okay. I met him twice, and it's only at actually take it back, 3 times. Like 2 times at Off Kai Expo, and it's because I went up to him. I think the first time around, and then he came up to me when I was on the table at the atrium, putting my gear together, and he was drunk.
Yeah.
So that.
Yeah, that was one of the times. That was actually one of the times because I thought it'd be funny to fuck with him while he was drunk. Because I saw a post of his. He's like, I won't probably remember anything. So, and I told Cody this too because I was hanging out with Cody. Cody became the person I kind of like tailed for a little bit, just because it was like he was one of the first people I met, and the only other person I met was Ashen, which is one of my friends. But he was hanging out with my ex, who I did not like, and I didn't want to be around my ex, so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to hang out with Cody a lot, so that's fine. So Cody became my go-to person. We kind of like would reconvene every now and then, whatever.
Right.
But like, so I told Cody, I'm like, I'm gonna mess with Evan. He's like, all right, whatever. And so I went up to Evan. I'm like, hey, Evan. He's like, what? I'm like, my dick's so small it doesn't exist. He's like, are you fucking okay? And I'm like, yes, I'm fine. Why?
Wow. Huh.
It's just two. My dick is so small it doesn't exist. It's actually called a clitoris.
That is very fair. That is very fair. That is very fair.
Also, woman.
Yes. Absolutely. That's funny.
That's the power of women, though. The power of women is our dicks. Our non-existent dicks can either be tiny or large, depending. It's fun.
If you, hypothetically, if you had a dick,
yes,
like, would you want to experience that on the other side? Like,
would I fuck another girl? Probably
Yes.
not. I would assume I would keep my sexuality. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I would fuck a watermelon.
Wait, what? Why a watermelon?
Yeah, I want to fuck a watermelon. I don't know. Because I don't know.
Well, first off,
It'd be like American Pie, but instead of pie, it's a watermelon.
but it wouldn't work though. Like, yes, you can
How
draw.
would you know?
Because
Oh wait, you would know.
exactly, I have the part that you don't. Like,
You have the equipment.
yes, like
You
logically,
have the technology. I
Like-
can rebuild it.
like first off, we just have watermelon here actually. So like, if I really want to try, I could. But that second off, one, you would have to drill a hole in the watermelon first, because
Yeah, that's
you can't
fine.
because
That's
you can't like just go like raw into just like the face of it, or like the, you cut the
rind?
watermelon. You cut the watermelon in half, and you can't just go right into it. It just like bends.
Well, no, I already assumed I'd have to put a hole in it, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I already came to that conclusion.
Yeah, and second off, like, the problem is like it's gonna be cold as hell. Like
It's what?
it's gonna be cold.
Well, that's if you refrigerate it. But generally speaking, and I know this because I work in a fucking grocery store, watermelons actually come in room temperature
Oh.
and get stored in the cooler
Oh.
until they get put out on the floor.
Right.
So
Right.
they don't have to be refrigerated.
Yeah.
Hee 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 hee.
I mean, hey, you do you, honestly.
I shall.
But like for me,
But I don't expect to grow a penis anytime soon. Just saying.
that's
so,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair, actually. Yeah. So, and then in that instance, I would not fuck a watermelon. Like, the closest thing I would do is like outside of my.
I've already.
I was gonna say outside of my hand. Probably like I would probably get it on a hole at that point if I wanted to try that out.
Yeah. Shoot. What was it? Yeah, because I already don't like the most I've ever done with another woman is made out with a girl. I went to a strip club a very long time ago, right? This was 2016, New Year's Eve day / whatever. I went to a strip club. I made out with the stripper.
Cool.
It was interesting, but it didn't really do much for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
As far as for me, like, if I was a woman, and would I don't know, maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Would you at least try a dildo? Is the question.
Yes.
Okay, absolutely, perfect. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all you need. You don't even need to fuck another guy.
Yeah.
You can just do it yourself.
I have
DIY.
So since being down here in the pits of Southern California, like, I've been on other sites to like post like I want to have sex, and I've gotten so many guys who want to fuck me. Like,
yeah.
this is like the opposite effect has happened, and it just didn't matter what location I was in. So it was like I get texts like, "Hey, bro, I want to suck your dick. So it's like, thanks, but I'm not interested. Or the whole daddy thing or whatnot and all that jazz. Which, hey, I appreciate. Hey, compliments
that's
aside,
good,
like, that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
but, like, not
That's
something I'm
most-
interested.
Yeah, some men on the dating websites are, yeah, even the gay men are kind of desperate, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm very particular, and I think, I don't know, this might just be a online dating thing, honestly, because I don't have this issue IRL, but, like, I feel like with online dating, or generally speaking, anything sexual related, I have to, like, get to know the person for a little bit, which is funny because, like I said, I have to be actually physically attracted to them to actually want to have, like, pursue any sort of, like, relationship that is more physical or romantic, right?
Right. Yeah.
So it's kind of ironic that it's like, oh, with online dating, I have to get to know you better.
Yeah.
know?
That's fair.
But, like, and it's funny because some guys online aren't they're just like, I want to be in that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it sucks. It's honestly kind of sucks. It's bullshit.
Yeah. No, I
even with the friends with benefits where it's like you just want to have sex with them, like, I still want to get to know you a little bit better.
right. I always like the approach of, like, I mean, well, like, for me, it's like, yes, I want to fuck right now. And then afterwards, I'm like, okay, so what do you do for a living, So, like, that's kind of where my mentality kind of goes to, if that ever happened. Because, like, like, if you think about it, like, if two horny people just want to fuck, they're going to fuck, and that's something that's, like, in the way of, like in the way of mentality of, like, thinking clearly. And then, like, it's like post-nut clarity, essentially. It's like, hey, now that we've done the deed, we can now, with a clear mind, we can actually, like, get to know each other. In this, like, situation of just, like,
Yeah. I think it's just when the energy level is off, like, we're not at the same energy level. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm horny, but also I'm not really horny right now. And also I just met you, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's why having, like the first instance of me doing online dating was when online dating first became, like, kind of a thing. So this was years ago, right?
Okay.
And it always felt pretty awful to me when I would go out and be like, hey, we're gonna have sex or whatever, and it felt shitty. Whereas with my more recent experiences with an actual person who I knew from Off-Guy and Bexpo and whatever, that felt better because I knew them. And I'm like, okay, so maybe what it is that if I'm gonna have sex, casual sex, it's gotta actually be with people who I already know,
Right.
like my actual friends, rather than somebody I just randomly meet online, because first and foremost, that's actually pretty fucking unsafe, and I'm stupid.
That is fair. That is very, very fair. I remember when my friend and I, when we were fucking, one of the first things she told me that I did for her that, and I guess that kind of shows the level of commitment I'm to this, or it just shows how horny I am. Is that she told me, like, okay, you can have sex, but you must take a what was it, HIV test.
Yeah.
So then I went to the local doctor over here, and they were asking, like, why do you want an HIV test? Because I want to have sex with my lady friend, and they were cool with it. They were just joking about it. But then, like, they poked me, they gave me the results. It's like, you're negative, you're fine. So it's like, all right, cool. So I sent that to my friend of mine. She was like, all right, we're good to go then.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and the thing is, too, I think you should get tested even if you're not sexually active, because there was a period of time where I was not sexually active at all, and I would still get STD tests anyway, because you just never know, honestly.
That's true.
You could sit on something and get something, or whatever.
That's very
like,
true. Yeah.
and it's also good to know either way. Like, honestly, one of the things I asked at Offkai was like, "Do you have condoms?" Which thankfully both of us did because I brought my own condoms anyway.
Nice.
Because some people don't do that, you know. He had his own condoms,
Mm.
and then the following day, there wasn't condoms involved. And I forgot to ask actually, but
Oh.
I did take an STD test anyway, because of course,
Mm.
obviously, and I'm negative, so everything's good, everything's fine,
Okay.
right?
Cool.
So everything's good, everything's fine,
Nice. Nice.
all of it's good. Yeah,
Did
it's
you
all good.
did you do the whole spray and pray method or?
Pull out.
Okay.
I also take birth control, so it's like
Okay.
it's
All
whatever.
right. I was about to say. Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
I'm again breeding kink, so
That's-
cream pies
okay.
are also kind of coincide with that. But we
Ah.
actually did communicate a little bit later, and I was like, hey, if by the way, I'm clean and everything, since we forgot to mention that the last time. So you're free to do whatever. Like, I'm fine with it. I don't care.
Nice. Oh,
America.
hell yeah. Sick. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. That's the other message out there. It's just like make sure not only you get consent, but make sure it's safe for the most part,
Yeah,
or as best you
communication's
can.
always important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
communication's always good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it's always fun because I okay, so like dirty talk outside of actual sex is always kind of funny because it's like I want to fill you with a compliment. It's like, yes, please. Yay. So like back to dirty talk real quick, because why is it that, I mean, like, I understand why, but also like why must it be a thing that men have to be like, oh man, you're so tight? It's strange. I don't get it.
Because a lot of us watch a lot of porn, and like that's what we think we should do at the moment, and also to kind of reenact those like acts that we saw in online. Just like, let's do it in real life. It might be pretty hot to talk dirty, and you know, some people enjoy it, some people don't. But I believe
think
that's where it stems from.
That did happen to me recently, and I was like, oh, thanks. I'm like, I don't know. I'm older, so like vaginal health is of course important. So like doing your exercises and stuff to make sure everything is all good, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Glad to know I still got it, I guess, question mark. I don't know.
No, it's
Um,
it definitely depends, honestly. Yeah.
I think a better, and I did actually respond a little bit later because I will say stuff sometimes. I will say stuff sometimes. So like my thing I like to say is like, does that feel good? Do you like that? Does it feel good for you? You know, like because I just want to make sure first. It's a communication thing mostly.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like, but does that feel good? You know, like, are you having fun? Is it good?
Yeah. Yeah. No. That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the opposite, but like, I'm in the moment. So I'm like, whatever I say, whatever goes. I will say that the friend that I had sex with though,
I
like,
think it's the caregiver, actually.
oh,
My fucking Vivi. Again, this is ironic because I'm not a dominant person, and nor am I a mother. But she was like, "Oh yeah, you're dommy mommy," and I'm like, "No." But maybe that's the caregiver part, you know, because I have
Right.
tendencies to want to care for whoever I'm with, you know, whether
Yeah.
it's just a purely sexual thing or like even my relationships. Like I probably put way too much into my relationships, so like.
I
But
see.
yeah, I just like I care. Like I want people to feel good, and like I'm a very active participant. So like I've gotten complimented before for being an active participant. It's like I'm not gonna just lay there and be like, you know, whatever. It's like no, I'm involved. I enjoy sex too. Like come on.
Yeah.
Duh.
Absolutely. No, that's that's very fair, and it definitely helps, especially in the heat of the moment. I know, like the friend the sex I had with after Afkai. There was a moment where like we were a little bit dirty talking, but it wasn't a whole lot. I do remember one moment which was pretty hot where she got on top of me, and like she was saying basically like this is like very lewd, in a very cute manner, but it was still hot because like she's grinding up against me, um, and it's and I can also feel like how wet like she was getting to at the same time. So it was like very hot at that moment. So yeah, no, it can be, it can be.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, fuck.
So you wanna end our great Twitch experiment here?
Our great sexapade experiment session, whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sleepy eepy, and I still have if I'm not feeling like a drink, like drinking, I tend to drink slower, and I still have half of this second drink left, and I'm like, I should finish this. I'm gonna probably watch Matara and Bricky.
Nice.
I like Matara and Bricky.
I too like Matara.
I'm a Momo.
Nice. Yeah, no, Matara's cool. I pop in every once in a while. I listened to the entire Mint Matara podcast. That was fun.
Yeah, all the podcasts. Yeah, I didn't watch any of that. I've discovered Matara pretty recently, only because Bricky. I used to watch Bricky back in his league days. I stopped watching him because he stopped making league content, and then of course things shifted, and now I'm suddenly watching Bricky content again because of Matara.
I love the fact that Bricky has like slowly just like gotten to the VTubing scene, like, and it's just it's most of the stuff in here from Matara talk about it, but like I'm just seeing also the streams he's in. Like the only thing I know of Bricky is like he is into Warhammer. That's like the only thing I know of him. But that's just kind of, it's just funny to see like that happen organically. It's just like, oh, cool, fun.
I actually stumbled across a really old clip, video of Matara's from several, like 8 months ago. They were so wholesome. They were so nice to each other. They used to be so nice to each other.
Yeah. I can imagine.
What?
I can imagine. Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny to me because it's like I'm kind of like that with one of the guy that I hooked up with, Alkai, because we were friends before that, but we weren't like super close. But like now I'm kind of like trying to be better friends because I feel awful for not being a really good friend before. And I'm like, hopefully one day we'll just be arguing with each other at some point, being like complete dickwads to one another because it'd just be funny. It'd just be funny.
So the Iron Mouse method, essentially.
Yeah, you're nice to each other. You compliment each other. You're like, oh man, I can't believe I'm collabing with you. Ooh ooh. And then you're like, fuck you, you fucking bitch ass cunt ass dick. Like fucking heal me, you fucking fuck, or whatever.
That's
you know?
funny. Yeah, those are one of the best kinds. I know. There was definitely a period of time where a friend of mine, when it was at a local I went to, and like we've been good friends for a bit, and like we've got to the point where like, you know, saying fuck you is like almost saying like I love you, like in a bro way, because he looked at me, he's like fuck you, I said fuck you too.
Fuck you too, bitch. But of course, me being awkward, I'm like, it's one of those things it's kind of one of those things you kind of got to develop over time, and it's super weird, especially when you go from being kind of like know each other a little bit, and then you fuck, and then you're like, oh, okay, now what?
Now afterwards,
how does this work now? How does this work now?
Yeah. And it's definitely a delicate balance because you don't want to like give off a different signal than you want to.
Right, yeah, because like immediately after off Kai, because I was concerned due to past issues with friends and whatever, former friends, I'm like, I'm pretty sure it just means we're just consenting adults and we're having sex, we're still friends or whatever, but anxiety and trauma, I was like, okay, I'm overthinking this, maybe I should just, and this is where my communication thing comes in, because I try to communicate a little bit better than I used to in the past, and so I just was like, you know what, I should just ask him about it. And I was like, hey, can we talk about this real quick, because I'm gonna be like, I just want to make sure that we're still friends, and that this isn't something that just gets ignored, you know? Like
Yeah.
it happened.
Yeah.
I don't want to pretend it didn't because like
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
He's like,
yeah.
no, and we talked about like our stance on really the long distance relationship and whatever else, and I'm like, and of course my feelings are weird because later on I'm just like, I just kind of like you, you know, and
Right.
I'm open to whatever.
Right.
So it's like, okay, yeah, but I like you as a friend, and your friendship to me is more important than anything. So that's all that matters. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a difficult balance, and it's definitely like communication is very key when it comes to making sure like yes we can be sex friends, but like if you develop feelings one another, it's like or when you, if you hey, yeah can I talk?
Yeah.
If
like,
you
like
yeah go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, lately I've been trying to be flirty, but, like, I feel like the distance kind of makes it rough to flirt back, so that's fine.
Right.
I'm still gonna be flirty either way because, like, again, I like him, you know? And
Yeah.
I like being flirty, and I like being kind of sexual, just not overly often, you know?
Yeah. That's very fair. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So, but in the end, like it's it's definitely like if everyone's open minded and just like knows what the boundaries are, then it's all good. It's all gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
We're figuring it out as we go, and that's okay too. That's
Yeah.
how. That's honestly kind of how like some of my shit works actually, because it's like this one it's awkward because it's like I personally don't know how I should behave, and I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm trying to like not feel like I'm trying too hard,
Right.
and I'm
Right.
trying to not be smothering either because ADHD, and I don't want to feel abandoned and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Just whatever. But
Yeah.
it's working, and I feel like outside of the sex part, we're actually closer friends than we have been in the past. So that's pretty
Nice.
cool.
That's
Pretty
awesome.
chill.
That's real
Yeah,
cool.
I think so.
Hell yeah. That's the I think the most perfect thing to have, honestly.
Yeah, and then still maintaining my other friendships, really / relationships with all my other friends that I know, all the people that I know. I know
Yeah.
so many people. What the fuck? Ah!
Yes, you know many people within this scene.
Ugh, so strange.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I'm still yet a small bean in the vast seas of this VTubing scene.
I feel like you know people.
I know some editors for the most part, and Vivi to some degree, but like outside of that, like in terms of, like if I know other VTubers that know me, not really. So like, yeah, I'm still like very small in regards to like people even knowing who the hell I am outside of like, oh, the
I
Offkai
still
Expo
feel like-
editor.
I feel like people don't know who I am. And I say that when I said earlier, like some folks at Vexpo recognize my name. Just because people recognize my name doesn't necessarily mean that I'm known. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
I'm working on it. Like I'm actually these next 3 years, I'm actually gonna make an effort to like be on more live streams and make more videos and whatnot. So I'm gonna attempt it. I'm gonna like actually give it a go because like yeah, because I've been on and off streaming like for a while.
Yeah.
And you know, after like having the experience of editing for other VTubers, and now knowing what works and what doesn't, like I want to give it a go of my own stuff. So, you know, we shall see. We shall see how that goes. You know, there's no guarantee I'll make it, but boy, that'd be great. I won't lie, that'd be awesome. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, not everybody does, and some people are just content to be smaller creators too. You know.
yeah, yeah,
It depends upon what you want,
it's true.
what your goals are.
It's very
yeah,
true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I've gone through that process myself, so
yeah,
several times.
yeah, yeah.
I still go through it. Like right now, like one
mhm.
of my things that I'm looking into is talent management. It's
Yeah.
one of those ideas.
Yeah, yeah. I bet you are.
Shh. Nobody knows.
Well, it's all right. No,
But I mean, like outside of that, I mean talent
Right.
management. You know, like me
Yeah.
becoming a talent manager. You know.
if I were to hire you, what would you tell me?
Aw.
If you so in the future if you to become a talent manager,
Oh, you're cutting out. I'm sorry. Hire me? Okay. That's all I got.
Wait,
Hire me for the things.
are you doing a bit or am I actually cutting off?
You are actually cutting out.
Oh.
I did a bit. I did a bit to make fun of that. So
Okay,
yeah, no,
okay.
You actually are cutting out. I did not hear anything.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, if that's the case, that might be a good sign to stop then if my shit is starting to cut off.
Oops.
Yeah. But there was you know what? I actually really enjoyed this. This was actually like
No.
we just bonded for like the last like 3 hours essentially.
Yippee!
Mm-hmm.
I like long yap sessions.
Yeah. This was good. This was awesome. So
Bum bum bum.
now it's like okay, I'm still gonna. I think I'll still report it, but I have to people to report this video. But I feel like it's like they're gonna look at this and it's like this is actually was pretty wholesome. It's like, I mean, it's still under sexual themes. It's definitely we still talked about cocks and dicks and pussies and all that jazz. So it definitely still counts. I just feel like yeah, that still counts. That's fine. Whatever. I'm just thinking like.
I'm trying to fill in the blanks with all the cutting out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Hang on. Okay. Well, in
It's
the
all good.
yeah. Okay. Well, in that case,
At least we had scuff at the end rather than in
that's
the
true.
beginning.
It's very true. That's very true. It's very true.
Yippee.
Okay. Well, before we end it, in the case this video is still seen in some capacity, where can they find you on the internet?
Find me. Find me at twitch.tv/DavidiaStorm. Also, Twitter or x.com/DavidiaStorm. DIVIDIA Storm. Also Discord. I live in Discord. That's essentially where I'm at mostly. Yeah, but I'm on hiatus, so yippee!
Dope. Cool. Awesome.
I will post on Twitter mostly though.
Dope. Well, oh god. Too big. My face. Okay.
Run away.
Okay.
Run!
Thanks again, everyone who did tune in, and thanks for anyone who is helping out with this experiment. I'll be live tomorrow night to test this theory again, but without the sexual themes tag to see if I do get hit. So,
I shall ascend. Goodbye, everybody. I ascend now.
she's gone. She has disappeared into the grand blue. You went through my roof. You gotta pay for that, right?
No.
God damn it.
No.
Anyways, all right. Well, I'll have to deal with this Tanuki here in a second. So, I'll just go straight to credits, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys. Oh, hang on. There you go. Forgot to
Goodbye, everybody, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!
Woohoo! See ya.
Soon.